Hey everyone, welcome to the Drop Zone. We, of course, have the Mickey Mouse Dracula, which is the most amazing comic they've ever dropped. Mo Knows is here. We are going to be talking Veve and Photo Finish Live and anything else you want to talk about in the chat. How are you doing this morning, Mo?
Oh, I'm awake for a fucking Disney Dracula comic, so tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most important comics, even more popular than Action Number One. This may go for $1 million in my dreams. I mean, this is just at least it's only 6,000 copies, and it's still $6.99. Because remember, these used to be 10 gems. So now, like, the expensive comics are not 20, they're 10, and they're keeping Disney stuff below because they knew they couldn't pull in that kind of money now. And at least they got the mint size right, if that means anyone to anything. But we got Mustus Pustus, however you say it. He's in the house. Good to see you.
Musty
Guys,
Pusty.
yeah, Musty Pusty. All right, there you go. Yes, I am not going for. I mean, if I was going to go for anything, it was yesterday. So I'll put a poll up to see who's going to go for this drop. But yeah, Mo, I'm assuming you're not going for this.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just there's so much stuff now. I heard yesterday people were talking about NYCC, which is what, on the 13th? Is that next? So it starts next Thursday, Friday, something like that. There's going to be some secret drops and stuff like that. So you may want. I think it was on Doctor Strange. You may, yeah, I know, right? Like, and that's going to be a problem for me to get to even be able to participate in that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for me because I may have to pay attention to Veve, which very, very difficult for me.
It is, and it's like even last time I got lucky, right? Because my alerts never work on any of my devices, so I have no clue what's going on. But I will say that I do like the secret drop. So yeah, keep that in mind, everyone. Next week, the rumor is with the New York Comic Con that there are going to be at least one, maybe two secret drops, which makes sense, right? Because they did that in San Diego, which did really well at first, and now they've tanked, right? Because they were only 1,000 copies, if I'm correct. And of course, I spent I don't know, I think I spent $350 for a 2-digit, thinking that was a smart play. It was a smart play for about a week, and then I realized that was a stupid play. So be careful with those, but they're probably worth dumping right away if you do get one of those secret drops. Is there anything you're looking at on the market, Mo? Anything that I know you're not buying much, but I feel like there's got to be something you're waiting to grab.
I'm buying anything.
Nothing. Hey, Mr. V's in the house. Good to see you, man.
Something on the market that I was going to buy.
We need Mr. V to tell us.
I do like the mogul. I do like the mogul, but
are you going to pay?
Nah,
to play?
Nah, I'm not paying a premium.
Dr. Strange is in the house. Good to see you, man.
Well, Doc, good stream last night, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, for sure. I hope that went well. And you got some donations. I know that's still going on. So if you guys want to join his giveaway, he's trying to raise money for Decon because it is expensive just to take a train up there, and he wants to participate, and he's going to try to do some filming if he can. So if you can support him, go to Dr. Strange's channel and you will see you can enter a raffle. There's 2 comics. It's a Hulk comic and a Amazing Spider-Man 25. So yeah, check that out. Bruin 88 is in the house. Super Grail Day. I agree. Yeah. So, all right. So you're looking at, there's not much that I'm looking at. I was for 5 seconds thinking about getting the McFarlane Todd because it got down to like 488, but the mint number wasn't right. If it had been a 3-digit, I probably would have picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, a Todd would make sense. In hindsight, I probably should have used my Todd money from the McFarlane site to go over and just buy the McFarlane from Veve, but it'll be a cold day in San Diego before I give Veve $567.
Exactly. So that's why I said 488 was pretty low. But
$49.99 is my target.
Right, that's your thing. I mean, my R2D2 Golden Moments, which I'm waited so long to get. That was on my bucket list, right? And that was get that. I think I paid $700 for it.
Only thing I'd buy on Veve.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, man, I'd love somebody to make a mistake and sell it for $1,300. I'd be right there.
Oh, that would piss me off because I'd be like, the one time I can't lock it in.
Right, right. This is the reason I keep, try to keep a good amount of gems in there just in case one of those pops up. It's a possibility. By the way, you guys, if you didn't know, there is a Dracula. It's the Dracula starring Mickey Mouse. I guess it's connected to what is it? What's the
Halloween.
guy's name? No, 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 no. Isn't it Bram Stoker? Isn't it
That was my
related to
nickname in
the
high
issue?
school,
Oh, really? Nice. How did you like that?
the stroker.
Stroker. Anyways, either way, at least it's 6,000 editions. We do have the minty fresh numbers, but it's 6,000 editions. First mint is going to be 166, of course. Any of those nice Disney numbers are good to go for. Alejandro, it's good to see you. Dane K, quit owning the floor of yesterday's comic. I saw that. I don't know. What was your strategy yesterday? Because he had like 800. I don't know if he got those for a good deal and he's flipping them. I hope he did. Yes, this is definitely one you want to stack 25 copies of this in a video game. I wouldn't do it in real life. I don't even know, like, as far as the comic itself, I don't know if you saw the secret rare Mo, but it looks horrible. Like, I don't get it. Like, it should have been nice and colorful because we rarely get colorful stuff. And then, of course, to me, the rare is the best looking one, the common and the rare. So I mean, you'll see here. I don't know what you guys think. Chime in the chat which one you like better. $1 comment. I mean, we never see that though, but maybe we will see it today. I bet you'll see a few people dropping it below $1.50, but this should stick above 2 gems, not financial advice. But yeah, are these not the worst covers? Like the common and the rare would be the ones that I'd want. If I
Yeah.
even wanted it.
Yeah, if I
even
wanted it at all.
right, even if you wanted it at all. So I would say if this is you've got a lot of extra gems and you want to go for that secret rare, yeah, maybe you'll get lucky on that. I would save your gems, especially knowing that there might be some secret drops next week. Again, not financial advice, but those will probably be profitable if you get one and you flip it quickly if you need to get some gems in there. Dr. Strange says the secret rare screams Veve versus customization. I guess that's one way you could look at it. I just look at it as like it's not a good looking comic, but maybe we can do something with it in the Veve verse. By the way, anyone out there know what's going on with the desk? Because it's been what, 2 weeks since we've gotten since the drop for the last pencil, right?
Right, and the pencil didn't even get dropped yet.
It hasn't been dropped yet, so I guess as soon as that gets dropped, we can make the desk. So maybe they're going to make big fanfare. Debating if that's one to, and don't do this, guys. I was thinking about buying some more pencils. It's highly risky. I just don't know what's going to happen in this market, but some of them are pretty cheap. Hey, Big A, good to see you. Denke, maybe Veve will start ramping up advertising because of how low transaction profits are. Yeah, but the problem is they're not willing to spend it on big advertisements. I mean, this is the one time that I would say put all your eggs in one basket. Because if you're going to put them in like plenty of fish basket and a bunch of things that are just crap, it's not going to do any good. They need to really pull out all the stops and put $100,000 into some advertising on something that people see. G Money, good to see you in the house. Yeah, the desk is through December, right, Mo? Like you can build it through December.
But it said.
Yeah, but I think as soon as they drop the pencil, you could do it. Now, if you can't, that's kind of an interesting play if we're not able to build it and have it. Shelby Cobra's in the house. What did she say here? Yours isn't broken, so that's a plus. Nice. I see where you're going with that, wifey. All right. Mr. V, deadline to finish crafting the desk is end of December. So there you go. So yeah, that's what I thought. So as soon as we get the pencil, I'm assuming crafting is ready. Maybe they just don't have the crafting ready for that since they seem to mess all that stuff up. Big A says, now that we have the first Louis Vuitton listing, it looks dumb. It's like a card poster. I agree. It doesn't look very good. Guy probably bought for $550 and trying to sell a card for $555. That's right. I don't know if you can pull that up on the market. I did hear that somebody had one on the market but they weren't sure if it was worth buying that. Now, my idea, which was a complete joke, and I don't suggest doing it, is you could go on Louboutin, you can get the shoes and then return them. There is a 30-day. It's kind of scummy to do that, but if you're desperate for an NFT, I guess you could try it. What is that? Not financial, not financial advice.
Not fashion advice.
Definitely not fashion advice.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I wear white t-shirts and Adidas pants, but is Louis Vuitton and Louis Vuitton, they're different, right? These are different.
Yeah,
it's LV.
This is Louis Vuitton. So it sounds like a lot of people say Louis Vuitton.
That's why I was saying, I'm like, is this not the same? They're like LV or whatever on the one that I always see is like on the clutch purses or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yes, exactly. Louis Vuitton, and this is Bouton. I'm not good with my French, but yes, these are the famous shoes that have the red on the bottom that last a day once you go out in the real world.
Je m'appelle Bonez. Je suis d'Américain. J'ai avec moi des BE. I don't know how to say restring.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. But we got Bob Sales in the house. I would not wear the Louis Vuitton, but it looks like Bob Sales, he would look good in them. I was kind of joking with him earlier about that. Savage move, Dane K, for sure. Louis Vuitton and Christian Louboutin. It doesn't even sound like that, but that's what everyone says. Oh, here we go. We got Shelby Cobra correcting me. Babe, don't disgrace the red bottoms with that return scam. I said it's a scam. I'm definitely not telling you to go buy one, return it just to get the
red bottom.
The NFT. Yeah, all their shoes have a red sole.
Oh, that was a Russian reference.
Oh, no. It's those shoes. That's what they're known for. And how do I know that? I'm sure I saw it in the show. Gus Hall's in the house. Good to see you. Yes, Shelby does know. Shelby knows and Mo knows. I have no fucking clue. My name should be no fucking clue. Ronnie Lido in the house. Good to see you.
B, no fucking clue, E.
There you go. I just kind of drift in the wind like a leaf. All right, so what's good is we've got 12% going for this, 88% are not. So this is going to be boo. We got the biggest bro in the house, the bloody shoes. You know what, the biggest bro? I think that boot that like goes all the way up, that would look really good on you. Now, I don't know if they make those for somebody who's 6'5", but maybe you could pull that off. We got Woofy Barker in the house, and yes, Ronnie Light saw it in the show. It's probably like Sex in the City or something like that. Maybe Shelby Cobra can tell. I don't know. Did you watch that when that originally came out? I was forced to watch it. I was forced to watch it. It was actually pretty good. It's one of those shows I never would have done, but it was not bad.
So we didn't have cable growing up. So Sex in the City was on cable and HBO. But
yes,
when I got older, I would never watch the show, but when I was working, even back then, I was working on the computer and stuff, doing graphics and shit. And I'd be watching Everybody Loves Raymond or whatever was on TBS from 8 to 10, like the comedy block.
Oh, right.
And at 10 p.m. was Sex in the City. So I would be working or doing stuff, playing games or whatever, and all of a sudden I would the shows would end. It would have the intro with Carrie and them doing like all their Mr. Big discussions or whatever. Right. And I would always hear the theme song and be like, oh, I hate this fucking show, and turn it off. But I have seen every little intro skit before the theme song. I've seen every one of those basically, but that's it. Not my show. Not for me.
It's not a guy isn't going to really choose it. G43, thanks for coming by. Louboutin, popular high heel shoes with red soles among women. Kelly Ripa, famous for wearing them. So that it's possible. Is she even still alive? I don't know.
Kelly Ripa, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she is still alive. I'm thinking of the other girl. She's still alive.
She was the one that took over for
Kathy Lee. Right. I was seeing Kathy Lee, but she's probably still alive too. Let's see, Mr. VG Money. My wife's best friend is personal clothing designer for Cardi B. Really? That's pretty cool. Maybe you can get some of that love. Jay Hirsch is in the house. Good to see you. I believe, isn't that Tucson? Or am I wrong? Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it.
I'm not here to play detective. I'm here to stream drops, BE.
Exactly. And we're here to stream one of the best drops ever, guys. It's good that you tuned in. Otherwise, you would have missed probably top 10 comic on Veve. We've got Dracula, Mickey Mouse version. This is going to be a big hit in a nightmare. This is not going
Oh,
to do
speaking
well.
of big hit,
Yeah. Oh, great transition there. Yeah, guys, 10% are going for this. This does not look like
what I
one
need to get me through these fucking drops.
Right.
Need
Yeah,
something harder than this.
right. He needs the good stuff. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So Bob Sales is going through all the people that wear. I mean, I get having a nice pair of shoes, but man, if you've got a closet of 500 shoes and most of them are, a couple grand a piece, that's just crazy. I would like to feed a few people before I did that, but I guess they have so much money they can do both. Let's see, G Money. You'll know you've made it when Tucson hangs out and runs us out. There you go. Woofy Barker. Sure. Limit 1 per account on the script. Really? Well, that actually ruins the market if that's the case. I did not see that. Hold on.
This comic getting released ruined the market. I mean, nothing to do
with just one. I didn't see the limit, but if that is the case, well, the only reason that's the case is because on 6,000, potentially you could sell out. But this ain't selling out. I'm going to predict this sells 1,500, and I'll be completely wrong. But that is my prediction. This is not going to do well. This is not the one where you want to feed the beast. As Mo would say, you'd be better off buying a horse on Photo Finish Live, which is probably true.
Always true.
It's always true. But if you want to join the waitlist, it's been open for 5 minutes. You can join it. You're not going to have any problem getting it. I'd say if you can pick these up, I mean, I like the rare and the common. So, if you can pick up the rare for under 6 because the MCP points, that might be worth it. And if you can get that common, I have a feeling a few will go under maybe even $1.50, but I think they're going to end around that $2.50 mark. That is just a guess, not financial advice. So, here you go. And Mr. V saying the appeal of vampire poetry in novels is that antagonists represent a taboo of the era. I don't see Disney touching anything that's taboo, so I can't justify this comic being very popular. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I mean, I guess we know why they're doing it, right? This is Halloween month. This is a start.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Yeah, Bob says he always had bad luck, but you got a secret rare the other day, so you wasted. Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe you don't want to waste your good luck on a comic like this. But yeah, okay. There's a max purchase limit of 20 on per Veve on the blog. Okay, so there you go. Because that's what the only way this would do well is if you had somebody who wanted to corner the market and just buy them all up, which I guess could be a good move. Flows in the house. Let's see. Congratulations, Palm, for the 1,000 comics sold. Is that all they sold? That's all they sold on yesterday's drop?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I don't really know what they expect. I really don't.
That's kind of sad. But I guess that's the reality we're in. Yeah, so this comic, it looks like nobody's going for it. So guys, let us know in the chat if there's anything you want to discuss. I do want to, we kind of talked a little bit yesterday about Superstar Money having to pull down that video, and I'm not liking it, because I know they're trying
Veve acts and they complied. Veve fucking hits me up about removing videos. You better have a lawyer in your back pocket, brother.
Right.
Freedom of speech,
and I
man.
understand it. They're trying to represent everyone, and I get it, to keep things good and to keep information flowing. But that is, if they had a relationship with Veve, I would understand it more. I get why they're doing it, and I'm not telling them either way. They're trying to protect their brand, and so I totally get it. But I just think it's, asinine that Veve would even do that. That they would come out and, do that. I don't know if it was done nicely. Could you please take this down? Or if it was like a demand letter. I mean, I have no clue. But either way, I think that's a crap move. Alejandro, I didn't actually get to see it because it was taken down. So maybe somebody out there has a copy of it that I'd like to see. But I guess there's a lot of alpha released about stuff that's going to happen. Veve-verse stuff. Do you know much more, Mo? Maybe you read a little bit more than I did.
I do not. I was gonna try to tune into the video, but like you said, it was taken down. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a bitch move, man.
Yeah, it's
The
totally
second you
crap.
start trying to clean things up and hush people and silence people, it's like, what are you covering up, dude? Listen, the way I live my life, like my life's an open book. Like the way I roll, what I do, because I'm not ashamed of what I do. What I do is not illegal, doesn't hurt anybody, and I just live my life. So if you can't live your life and you got problems, what I do, fuck off. Like if I'm making videos and you're hitting me up to take that shit down, again, I better be saying I'm coming to David Yu's house to beat his fucking ass or something. Like there better be something illegal in that video to make it worthwhile. If we just don't want, precious little information getting released to the
Right.
public, like, fuck you.
Well, here's the problem. We all want to know, and now we're going to go look for it. The biggest bro says, yeah, it was Game Art Brain had to take down all of their VV related stuff, Twitter posts and pictures. Now, Game of Art Brain, are they related to them because they do stuff for VV directly, and that's why they had the alpha? I think that's what it is, right? They work with them, so they may have an agreement that they couldn't do that. That's a different thing. Like I'm not saying like if they were, I know Vivi's looking at doing ambassadors too. If they were ambassadors and they did something, there's different expectations. You still don't have to sell your soul. You can always leave, right? Like if you don't like something somebody's doing, you can just leave. That's your protest, right? And I'm not saying Superstar Money did anything wrong. They've got a lot of, obviously a lot of subscribers, and they've got family, and they don't want to lose the ability to get information or have that relationship. But on the other hand, I think Vivi sucks for doing that. There's no reason they need to fucking stop that. So let's see. G Money saying, yeah, Vivi Investments said Game Art commented on one of his vids, then deleted. Interesting. Jimbo Lee, Lingo, good to see you. Good to have you in the house. We got John. Oh, I saw that video that was deleted. They were talking about gamification of those troll hunter things. Yeah, I think they were also talking about like how they have to go back and redo everything, that they're not ready for the way the collectibles are. They're not ready for the Viviverse or gamification. Roger Collects, good to
So
see you.
now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why they want the video taken down. Got it. Because it paints them in a bad light. Like, oh, they're not ready. We're still fucking up. We can't get our shit together. Okay, I see. Now it all makes sense.
Right. Well, and Mr. V
It wasn't like an NDA type of deal. But
no, but I think and again, I didn't see it. I heard somebody in the chat. I'm not going to see his name.
It's a big deal, JG Money. Let's not get it twisted, brother. That's a big deal. You telling me what content I can and cannot put out and trying to censor me. Again, unless I'm saying some illegal shit against your family or something that's going to hurt somebody, there's no shot.
But what he's saying, if there's an NDA, that's absolutely a shot. Like you're going to file. But why? I don't think they have an NDA.
Why? Superstar will have a fucking NDA if they did it with making a video. They're not stupid.
No. Yeah, no.
If somebody else breaks an NDA and Superstar fucking posts it, that has nothing to do with Superstar Money. The guy who broke the NDA is going to get fucking raked over the coals from that shit.
I didn't know if he was saying that Superstar Money had NDAs, which I don't think. Now, if the other company did, then they can politely ask, can you take it down? And then it's up to them if they want to do it. I think in most cases, it's a dick move unless the content is aggressive, abusive, and a lot of bad language. I don't think it should matter. I still think you should always approach things nicely. In this, they were literally just interviewing, and they got a great interview, right? They got the alpha, they got the information. So, yeah, I don't know. John saying rip Marvel Mighty's gamification. I don't feel like that was ever a thing. I don't feel like
it's a thing.
So yeah, Big A says if he drew the conclusion from NDA information, then breaks it down. So. And Jubilee, that and the way they get paid, I'm guessing is the problem.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think Superstar Money has some direct link to Vivi.
As far as I know, but I don't know.
We know they're going to because they
to be fair, none of the Web3 content creators use hashtag ad anyway properly. So if the SEC and them ever actually decide to start cracking down on this fucking space like they did on Twitch and gaming years ago, this place is fucked with the amount of people that don't disclose what they do.
Right. And G Money, that's very positive. He's saying Superstar wasn't threatened and didn't have to take it down. That's not my problem. I don't think Vivi should be telling people what to take down. Now they're taking advantage of a situation where, Superstar Money is being, they're successful. They've got a big following, and again, they've got to protect their brand and keep that communication between the business, Veve, and all the different companies. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, I just don't like people telling people what they can say and can't say. There are times where I think it's inappropriate. I've seen it. But in this situation, I don't love that they did that.
There's just so much conflicting information for shit I really don't even care about.
Right.
I mean,
we
were told to take it down. G Money is saying they weren't threatened, didn't have to take it down. Right. So I don't know. I'm here. I got for things I don't really give a fuck about, to be honest. So let's just worry about photo finish and fucking shitty ass comics today, shall we?
There we go. We've triggered Mo, but yeah, we do need to talk about photo finish.
I just don't want to be here anymore. I swear to God, I hate this shit so much.
I like talking shit and trying to figure things out, but either way, I
like making money.
Today we've got Drop Zone. If you're in the syndicate, Drop Zone is running at 3 Eastern, correct? Something like that.
3 Eastern, yeah.
And has won 4 of the last 5 races. And got second in one of the other ones, right? So doing pretty well. And of course, next month we're going to have we'll open up another syndicate. Drop Zone is closed because we have too many people right now. So we'll do another one next month. But yeah, if you want to see that race, that will be coming up here. Yeah, and G Money saying we have 0 details for all this stuff. So yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like anything we say is just speculative. We'll listen in the chat with their own bad information. I don't like doing that shit. I have way better things to do with my time.
Oh, I love that information. That's just the best. But yeah, I mean, so we got the race.
People can DM it to me if they want.
There you go. So you got a good race though, because we were talking yesterday. Obviously, Drop Zone does well on a longer race, 11 furlong, and you can go up to 12. And you found a fairly 20% chance of rain because it likes harder track, so you don't want to have rain. So that's one of the things you want to look for. And what was the other? It's a left turn, right?
Yeah, left dirt.
Left dirt. There you go. So, but yeah, so that's just one thing. If you guys even care about Photo Finish Live, which I think is a great NFT project, it's a great game, and that's what they're trying to kind of move this towards. And here's something where you can actually own an NFT and actually use it, right, Mo?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call them NFTs anymore. I mean, technically they are on the blockchain. Technically they're on the blockchain. They can be sent back out on chain to a marketplace, but it's just what I always say. Like, why would you go anywhere else to buy a photo finish horse except the photo finish marketplace? It's just like interoperability for photo finish makes 0 sense. 0 fucking sense. Like, it kind of makes sense for, Veve and all these other platforms, but man, when it comes to photo finish, people are like, oh, is it really a real NFT if I can't ship it out to my wallet and sell it on Magic Eden? Like, well, yeah, but why would you really want to remove that horse from the ecosystem anyway? Like, you have these idiots that take out potentially the best horses in the game. You know what I'm saying? And they get lost because they click the wrong link or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I don't think it's a good idea. And we've talked about this with other projects, and you've talked about this centralized system. I mean, yeah, some people, this is what you want, especially with this, especially dealing with this type of, I'll say money, but in the game they have their own, crown and derby. So just like any other video game where you spend money to get in-game money, it's that type of thing. Yeah, I agree. I like the centralized system. I know a lot of people don't. They want to have ownership. I think in the future, though, that's not going to be such a big thing. That's just in my opinion. I'm probably wrong. I don't think that's going to be a big deal in the future. The ownership part, I think that's been mostly, I don't know. A lot of it's been used to launder money, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's just so much that goes into it. I mean, you can't expect the public to just be good at crypto and wallets and all this shit, right? Because the sad fact is that most people in here probably had a wallet drained or been scammed or some shit.
Or lost their code, lost their, right? I have.
I mean, my second wallet, my MetaMask wallet got got drained, but I knew it was going to get drained because I was taking massive risks on that account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
clicking on shit.
I got drained for $11. I mean, I was only keeping $15 in there anyway because I was doing those free mints every day. Right. Trying to score one of the big ones, but then being like, well, if I do this long enough, I'm bound to catch a bad actor and just
and it happened, right?
Do the wrong shit. And that's why I say, like, when people are like, oh, it's such a weird space, no one's safe. Like, well, because people are greedy. 90% of the people I speak to that got drained or hacked, they were just being greedy. Always take a step back. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Nothing is truly free in this world. You will pay to some degree. No,
it's true, because you see all these things, especially on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. You'll see people do click here for your free mint. And trust me, at the very beginning, I did the same thing, but I had a shitty wall. I did that too, and I don't even know what happened to that. I had another project where I won. It was the UFO. I forgot what it was. It was a big artist. And
I got those. Yeah.
But I lost it, and I got some good ones because they screwed me. So they ended up sending me free ones, and they were worth some good money. But I can't get into that. Yeah, I can't even get into that account. So doesn't matter. But just real quick, can you pull up those Minty Fresh numbers just in case we got some people who actually want some? Remember, today is the Dracula.
That was not a free mint, by the way.
No,
stop lying to people. You had to pay it cost me $64 for my fucking three free fucking minted packs. So don't tell me shit about free.
I know you had to mint them, and then I had to move them.
Yes, exactly. Why? Yeah,
I had to move them because I couldn't open them up in Coinbase or something. There was something.
And you had to reveal them. You had to pay to reveal them too.
Yes,
it was more gas to fucking reveal. I was so pissed.
Fucking insane.
I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah, and now I don't even have access. All right, so guys, today we got the Dracula. There's only 6,000. So here are the Minty Fresh numbers, just so you know. That's 166 is the first available mint. 1901 is Walt Disney's birthday. 1923 is when Disney started and incorporated. 1928 is Mickey Mouse. 1955 is Disneyland's opening. 1971 is Disney World. Just remember, World is bigger. That's the Florida one. 2012 is the year of this comic. 2023 and 6,000. There are other mints. You could get more intricate of some of the other characters.
How can you put 420 on here every fucking day? There should be
I know I should put 420. Shh. That's my secret one. Aren't I allowed to have something? I am already competing against 100 people who want that.
You and everybody else's secret.
Right. There are definitely other ones. If you're new to sniping, you're just listening, look for the 1111s. Just you're not going to get $100 for those anymore. But if you can pick them up, those consecutive numbers or binary 111s, those do okay, but like I don't know if I pay more than 15 because you might get stuck with it. You may be able to flip it for 50, or you may only get 20. So just keep that in mind. I'd be very careful with those. But if you can get anything at floor, any of those, definitely pick them up because you'll definitely be able to get 10 gems, 15 gems. Of course, not financial advice, but that's what I do.
I love how you said definitely and not financial advice. Like you really need to rethink that in your brain.
Well, no, I'm just covering my ass. You'll definitely get what I can't promise you. No,
potentially.
There you go. You potentially, but from past
you're a PR fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
you and Doctor Strange.
I think you can say that as long as you have the disclosure, you're okay. It's for entertainment purposes only. So it's not my fault if people don't read disclaimers and all that. But I try to tell you, be careful. Your best bet is to buy any of the good mints at floor. That's going to give you the best chance to make a few gems. But Mo had to go fuck it up and screw you over, so I can't give you my opinion. Roger Collects is in the house. Good to see you, man. He says, when I buy an art piece, it feels good and safe if it is interoperable. And I understand. A lot of people want that, especially, I just think like Veve, if they would just change their terms of service, that they could just take your shit away at any moment, I think people would feel safer and better. Hey, we got Kryptoni in the house. Good to see you. But
that's in every terms of service. It's like people never read a terms of service before. It's the first time in the history of fucking TOSs one's been read. Because if you go into any TOS on any account, they tell you they can go in at any time and take your shit. That's what they tell you.
You're talking about like
any fucking site,
any NFTs,
any fucking site, any website, any account that I make. They tell you anytime they can go in there and just close my account and drop my shit. That's what it tells you.
Well,
Now, it also tells you if
I can't say
you're
it's
found doing
everything.
this, that, you know,
Right.
you have to be doing things for that to happen. You have to violate certain things.
Not on
So,
the Veve, not on the Veve. It's like we can do it for any reason, anytime, and that's the problem. I understand if you're violating rules, that's
right, but look
completely
at every
different.
fucking game. Look at every video game ever made. They can close the account and anything you ever purchased. They tell you that shit right in there, dude.
Right.
People still come in and spend millions of dollars.
Right.
Like, it's just.
I'm just saying they don't like that. First of all, that and we don't have Bruin 88 in here. He would be better. He would know better. But that is something that they all put in just to scare people not to, they could do it, but are they the press they would get if they started doing that, if they did it for no reason, would destroy them. So they'd only
Yeah,
be
if
burning
Vivi's
down
still
their
up
own
and
house.
running, if Vivi
Right.
is still operating as a business and they wake up one day and say, hey, we
Right.
fucking took 1,000 accounts, yeah, that'd be fucked. But the reason why that's in there is so that if Vivi goes under and the business goes out of business, they could just go and say, well, it's in the terms of service, that shit could just go away because we're no longer in fucking business anymore. So, and if you're no longer in business, then they will no longer have value anyway. So,
Well, yeah, if they do, I'm just saying that's something they
especially
can do.
without the
And I'm
interoperability.
not so sure that everything that I've looked at has had that we take things away. I'm going to look into that. I feel like maybe you have, but
Go in all these accounts, any gaming account, anything
I
that you
will go
own
look.
something, it'll tell you that they can close the account at any fucking time. You'll lose your shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. They can close the services and the servers or whatever.
The reality, right? And the reality is, I'm not worried about it because they're not going to do it. Tucson saying, "LOL, they can't just take your property." Most likely, they're not going to. This goes more into the people that were doing like bad gems. If you're doing something wrong, they completely have the right to do it, and I'm okay with that. By the way, we got Fromy Comey in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Fromy? Good to see you.
Bro, me.
Have you in the house? Yeah, I would think it would be very hard for them to pull that off. But yes, it is in there, and I think that makes a lot of people. Either way, the point is it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and they don't need that in there. I don't know. Obviously, lawyers think there's a reason that they have to have that in there. Not
Yeah, it's
sure
called
why.
CYA. Cover your ass.
Yeah, I know, but it's bullshit. It is bullshit, and and would it even stand up in court? Probably not, because they're getting already issues with SEC, and you can't just start taking people's money away. If they were to prove that it's an asset, that would become a totally different situation, and they would not be able to just go into your account and take it. So they're treading on thin water on that, in my opinion. Yeah, Fromy, smash that like a button, guys. It's good to see you. Let's see, it's already too late to join the wait list, but you're gonna have no problem getting it. Now I wonder. Yesterday they were supposed to start the new wait list, so now it's going to be you can't buy for 5 minutes, and then the market won't be open for 10. So I don't know if that's going to start today. I will check because I might snipe for 5 seconds. Again, you can see here are the minty fresh numbers. If you're looking for, don't go for any of them because I want them. Most important is going to be the 2012, which is this comic. I think the 1901 and 1923 are worth getting. Obviously, 1928 for Mickey Mouse. And the 1955, again, is Disneyland's grand opening, and 1971 is Disney World. And just, again, if you hear world, that means it's bigger. Florida has the bigger park. So Disney World is.
That doesn't make any sense because California is bigger than Florida. So
I know,
when
right?
you think about it, you go, well, if it would be in the bigger state, it would be in
Don't
California.
fuck it up. You're gonna confuse them. I finally had maybe like 5 people that were gonna get it right. Now they won't. But you're right.
I've been confused about this my whole fucking life. That's why it never made sense to me. I was like,
Trust me.
Disney World. Okay, going to California. Like, no, that's Disney whatever. And they have like Disney Adventure or some shit like that.
I mean, I didn't
California
get it until I moved
Adventure.
to Florida. So if you move to Florida, you'll get it. And once I left, I still remember that. Yeah, so let's see. Flo says Palma's doing exactly that, and they just upped the TOS for household accounts. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, look, they're trying to protect their butts. But, just like a lot of things, if you go to a paintball gun range and you're playing a game, you sign your life away, right? But if they don't tweak out that gun right and it's shooting out the paint at 1,000, whatever feet a second instead of whatever the minimum, what the safe is, 750 or something, that's negligence on their part. And therefore, if you get hurt, they will be in trouble. So those things they have so many holes in it. All those things you sign. So the TOS probably wouldn't hold up well in court, but I could be wrong. I'm not.
Yeah, people won't even take them to court. I mean, with the exception of a few people in this chat, nobody's got money to take these motherfuckers to court. Get real. You're gonna try to sue them, and they're gonna be like, "Ah, we're gonna bury you in litigation and lawyer fees, and you're not gonna be able to make it to the courtroom, buddy." So
Well,
good
that's why
luck.
you take them to small claims court, and that really corporations don't like that. Now, of course, in here they probably have you got to do arbitration, you got to do it in New Zealand, and that if I remember correctly, they have that in there. But if you have the opportunity
That's
to
true
take
too.
somebody's, yeah, if they have the opportunity to take them to small claims court, that is your best way because they're not really allowed to have lawyers, and it's a much simpler way. If your state is crappy like mine, I think the limit's like 5,000, which is absolutely outrageous. It's been that much since the beginning of time. Roger Collects makes a good point. And by the way, guys, it's almost time to get the comic to go for it. If they're starting the new waitlist dealio, you won't be able to buy for 5 minutes, but the market will not be open for 10 minutes. But he makes a good point. If I buy a physical collectible, nobody can take it. I feel digital collectibles will be similar in the end. And I agree. It should be like that. I guess the difference is the money that's involved. That's the only difference I can think of. Because right now, a lot of people involved in this space are doing it for money. Not everyone, but a lot of people are doing it.
I mean, 99% of them. I mean, the thing is, though, Roger, I mean, you are right. But I also had a buddy of mine who collected and his house got broken into and everything got stolen. So, I mean,
right.
I mean, his stuff was taken. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything can be taken. It's just a matter of how.
If you break a rule or you're small enough, yeah, they're going to be able to do it. All right, so the market is open. Did I join the wait list? I don't even know if I joined it. Not that it matters. No. So, okay, they are starting the new thing. So you've got about 4 minutes now. You'll be able to buy. Now let's check the market. There should be nothing in there. So if the market doesn't have a collectible yet, and it doesn't, all right. So the market is not going to open up for about 9 minutes. So
Look
keep
at
that in
Joey,
mind.
your ass couldn't even take a case down the fucking block, you broke bitch. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought he was complimenting us by calling us clowns.
I mean, for him, it's probably a compliment, but yeah.
Right. He's adding a little spice to the show. All right, doctor says exactly. Lost my stuff and Tranpo theft all gone in one swoop. Is the market open? Oh man,
market open.
Well, market is open.
Doing
but I don't
BB
see
things.
the comic. I don't see the comic yet. It's not like they close it down. Remember back in the day when you'd be like 30 minutes, you got to wait, and then it would take 2 hours for the market to open. Man, all the stuff we dealt with. All right, so I'm still not seeing it on their G Money.
It was better times.
Market is open, but not seeing the comic for sale yet. This will be interesting. I'm going to wait and see what happens here. So you've got a little less than 2 minutes to be able to buy from the market again, or 3 minutes. And we don't even have, it's calculating how many. So it's still working on how many have actually been bought. I actually thought I joined the wait list. So this will be interesting. So they're not even, that's kind of a C block right there. They're not even telling us the remaining editions right now. So that's interesting. Let's see.
Jay.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, let's leave that at that. Yeah. So this is very interesting. They're trying to make, I guess,
I love the internet
interesting. What was that?
I love the internet.
Yeah, I know it is. Oh, here we go. Now we got Bruin 88. He can do it. I heard you guys was busy. Let's see, you guys got it. Mo knows. BE on the other hand, you can have a lawyer for small claims. Question is it worth? No, you can have lawyers, but it's not like, well, and you'll know better. I didn't think that a corporation could come with like 30 lawyers with like they normally do. They can have a representative.
It's always nice when I'm proven correct. Thank you, Bruin.
What did I
appreciate you, brother.
What did I say that was wrong?
I don't know, but you were wrong. That's all we need to know.
You can take them to small claims court in the situation. I'm
so fucking lit right now. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just fucking around, but
no, I know. No, but I'm interested. Maybe and Bruin can let
G Money
know.
thought I was on Veve's side at one point.
I know, I saw that. And yeah, definitely not on. Yeah, definitely not. Let's see. Bruin isn't a real lawyer. No, I'm sure he's a real lawyer. No, but I'm interested, Bruin. My understanding, and again, you would know more than me, was that like a corporation can't just have their gaggle of lawyers just come up. They're allowed to have a representative, as you would be too. There's no point in doing that, though, because of the cost. Like you said, it wouldn't be worth it. But going to small claims court, the burden of proof is a lot different. As far as in that situation, and the judge is going to determine that if I know correctly, and maybe I don't. You'll let us know. Mr. V will have 5 minutes to buy If you got on the wait list, then you'll wait 10 minutes after that before you can list. Really? So you can't. So we're saying 15 after is, I thought it was 10 after. Now I get it. So 43 seconds more, and you still can't post. Let's see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the market staying closed, to be honest. I don't know, man. I just feel like they need to do something to just.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Make it fun. Make it do something.
To make it interesting. So, Bruin, you got to answer the question that what I said, because you said I didn't know. So I just need more information here. So moving forward, I do know. But yeah, having the big question is, can a corporation? So I remember there was a lawsuit where a lady took Honda to court because of a battery issue. I think this is late 90s, and it totally screwed them over. Looks like you can buy now. You can buy the comic, but it's still not on the market. So it's going to be interesting. If we got to wait 10 minutes now, so 15 after until you can sell. That's interesting. All right, we'll learn together what this all means. But yeah, Bruin, let us know if you can.
Yes, G-Money. That's true.
We say you were defending Veve's TOS, saying they're all I mean, that's what they're going to write, right? And a lot of times it's probably just mostly a form letter where you tweak out a few things, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure their terms of service have some type. You know, most of these companies are not stupid. They don't want to be taken to small claims court. So what they're going to do is they're going to most likely say you got to go to arbitration. You got to do it in their domicile, and you're kind of screwed. In that situation, you'd be screwed, for instance, if it was New Zealand or South Korea or something like that.
Right.
He's in PC mode.
I'm a sympathizer.
He's definitely not. But he's just talking some truth. Let's see. Uncommon after 5 minutes bought. Really? Wait, what? Oh, he got it. Okay, I see. He bought an uncommon. Yeah, you can go in now and go buy it. It's just not going to be, there's no listing on the market. Just realize the market's probably going to pop up here. The prices may be a little bit high. So if you've got a good mint, sell it. Not financial advice, but that would be what I would do. Because you could take a big loss otherwise.
There it is.
I think it might, people are going to start off at 6 or 7, and then it's going to quickly go down to under 2, most likely. But either way, the whole point of this whole conversation was, ownership, interoperability. Is that something you want? Some people do feel way more comfortable, especially with the money we spend, to take it off. And I get it, right? I totally get that. If they could close our accounts down and we have a bunch of gems in there and all of that, the possibilities there. I just don't think that they're going to do them. So guys, we are waiting about 7 more minutes until the market opens. If you want to buy the comic, which obviously, as you can see, there only 14% are going for it. That is not good news. You can. Let me know in the chat. Let us know in the chat which covers you think are the best. Because I think the common and the rare are my favorites. I do not like the secret rare. So if that's anything you care about, let us know. Is 1998 a good mint? I mean, there's somebody who collects that. I don't think you're going to get a lot. I don't know specifically. This comic's 2012. So 1998, you may just get somebody who's birthday hunting. So, you might put it up for 15 gems now, not financial advice, and lower it quickly as soon as you can get that listed, which you're going to have to wait about 7 more minutes before you can list that. But yeah, if you want to pull up those mints again real quick, Mo, and I can just go over those. I mean, I pretty much know them by heart, but basically, thank you, man. 166, the first mint, you're going to be looking for that. I was just seeing what Fromy was saying. 166, 1901, that's a big one. That's Walt's birthday. 1923 is when Disney Incorporated. 1928 is Mickey's birthday. 1955 is Disneyland. 1971, Disney World. 2012 is the year of this comic. 2023 and 6,000's last minute. So those are the ones you should be looking for. Tony Dolce, good to see you. Good to have you in the house. Does anyone know of anything about drops this weekend? I do not. I have not seen anything.
Does anybody really know what time it is?
Does anyone care if there's drops this weekend? That's the question. Would it be worth it? Hey, maybe we'll get the pencil today. Usually it does get released on a Friday.
No, somebody said earlier,
Oh,
23rd.
oh, we have an exact date. Okay, all right, all right,
I thought somebody said the 23rd.
all right. So Bob Sales saying no drop, no drop so far. Okay, good to know. And that they might be taking the weekend off because aren't they going to go? Let's see. Next week, do they go every day, right? Or maybe they start Sunday, maybe they start Monday, but they're going to go every day with a drop. Isn't that what they did for San Diego?
Okay. Drop. Hammer time.
Hammer time, exactly.
Every time I VV, my VE's on the mic.
Something like that.
I'm not even gonna start. I'll start saying some shit will get me canceled on the internet if I start singing.
But it will be good for content.
That's right.
By the way, they're still calculating remaining editions, so they're trying not to give us any information. So when it hits the market, they can get as much money as possible because obviously they get their fees. So no information yet. You've got just under 5 minutes until the market opens. We can see what happens together. It's gonna be interesting to see how they screwed us. But if you got a good mint, and if anyone did get something, let me know what you got in the chat. Get rid of it. Not financial advice, but get rid of it. Just, this is a gamble if you went for it. And if you like it, I'd say just go buy it in the aftermarket. And then you'll have it, for a good price. So it says, Tony Dolce says, we should get those secret drops. Just like, we were talking about it earlier. I heard there's at least one, maybe two. So you may want to save your gems if you don't have many gems to pick those up. Last time they did really well, and if you look at them now, they're doing horrible. So just be very careful with those. If you can get some good gems on that, don't be too greedy. And if you don't care to have the comic they drop, flip it and use that money to buy some other collectibles you like. Or I guess you could cash out too.
Cash out? What the hell wants to cash? That's no fun.
That's no fun. I mean, I do like reinvesting. I mean, I saw the Emperor's Fist, the Darth Vader. I mean, I think it got under 400. It might even still be under 400. I'm starting to think about that one, not financial advice. Don't buy anything that I'm thinking about, guys. It's probably not worth it. I just don't know, like, what do you think? And in the chat, let us know what you think. What are the IPs that are worth going for? Not a specific collectible. What IPs do you think? Because if you said Disney, I'd say, well, yeah, that was good before. But if you look at the platinum moments, they're doing horrible. So I don't know about that. Is Star Wars? Some of the Star Wars are doing well, but the vehicles aren't. I don't know. What do you think, Mo? Do you, other than I know what you're going to say, your favorite collectible, what IP do you think is actually worth considering at this point?
Whew. Check Chromie's message in the meantime. Yeah. IP worth collecting. I mean, listen, man. You give us G.I. Joe, I'm in. You give us the original Ninja Turtles, not these weird-looking anorexic motherfuckers that they have nowadays. Thanks, Seth Rogen, for ruining another great franchise. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, you gotta go new verticals, right? We gotta go sports, man. I'm always gonna say it. If we don't start diving into sports and shit, I know people say music too, but I don't really care too much about the music for that aspect. I'd imagine in the Veveverse, I could probably just play my own music in the Veveverse and upload those files. So I'm not too worried about that.
By the way, Fromy, it did work. Wow, that was awesome. He donated $20. And guys, don't, if you don't have the money or whatever, we just enjoy having you. Maybe hit the like button, subscribe, join our Twitter. But man, thanks, Fromy. That's awesome. We always appreciate people who help, and that will go towards content and maybe getting some other stuff to make the stream better. So yeah, man, thank you. It did work. Now I just got a message. He said, send the money back.
And full visibility, guys. Any money donated to the show, out of that $20, 18 goes to Shelby Cobra, $1 goes to me, and $1 goes to BE. So it's pretty much like a hush. It's like a hush fund.
Yeah, we don't get anything
for the Cobra.
Yeah, but that money goes to both of us just because we happen to be streaming on here. That is for both of us. So from
I need to show you the new Shelby Cobra fan art.
Oh yeah, let's go see it. But let me just say hi to Woody. Is in the house, and who did I miss? I missed somebody else. Where was he? Oh, Raven. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Disney in the long run is what she's saying. All right, so you've been working on this.
Yeah, I've been working hard with AI.
I can see, and this one actually, it's closer to what you want.
Yes, finally,
kinda good.
finally,
I can
it finally worked out.
do
This is what I would imagine BE would look like if I didn't actually see his face. But
it.
if we put a
That's
we
what
put
I
a
look like.
UPS driver hat on him. Let's see, we got that one. I like that one. This one's actually pretty good too. Here we go.
Ooh.
Now this one, Shelby
I
is
like
actually
that one.
wrapped in like a cobra dress. I don't know what
Right.
AI was going on with here.
I like the hearts. I like all that stuff.
Yeah, this one was nice.
You want to pull
this
up Mr. V's comment just so people can read that because he's got the alpha because he knows the market. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, and then we this one was like an old 80s cartoon. This was actually kind of funny. I don't know why you turned into like one of the wise men from fucking...
Yeah, what's going on?
But
I do like that you're playing an acoustic guitar. Is that a 6-string? I can't.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
shit.
funny. And I like the music notes on her hand. That's also very classy. That's very good. Very good. All right, what else?
So these two are interesting. So every now and then I one of my favorite artists is
by the way,
Alex...
you can start flipping, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Collectors at Heart, you can now start flipping. Go. Go.
It's up. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So one of my favorite artists is Alex Gray. He does like psychedelic art. He did a lot of artwork for Tool.
Oh, I know that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so he
has his name, but yeah.
Yeah, so he has he had, I don't know if it's still there. He had a art gallery in New York City called Chapel of Mirrors.
Ooh.
And it would basically be all of his artwork. He has a piece called Illusion of Gaia. And it's one of my favorite. If I ever had that much money where I can buy like actual artwork, I would buy this shit, man, because it's so fucking cool. It's like the world on fire. It's just a really, really, really deep piece, man. But anyway, so a lot of times I'll start diving into AI and do some psychedelic stuff, and this shit came out cool, man. Check this out.
Oh wow, that looks.
This is fire, man.
Yeah, that is really good. So
it didn't even put you in it. It actually left you out of this one. I think you're the weird chick with the long hair.
I don't. They were probably smarter to do that. This is a really smart AI.
And then it's the same prompt. I just changed it to psychedelic. And yeah, but this one's actually really dope too.
Oh wait, did he? Wait, what?
Oh yeah, another one. BE.
Wait, why isn't this? Hold on a second here. What? He did. Hold on a second. I'm just pulling up the actual ad because they send messages, but I mute the thing just because it will annoy the heck of us. Wow, dude, thank you. I almost had doxed him because you know how sometimes it has your names on. I thought he had an account that didn't have his name on it. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thank you. So the biggest bro gave us another $20.
TBB.
Wow.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate the donation. But guys, just remember, if you don't have the money, we still love you. Don't worry about it. We appreciate the help. But don't hurt yourself by helping us. So, but thank you, man. Thank you, the biggest bro. That's awesome. Shelby Cobra thanks you too, since she takes 90% of the money. So that's awesome.
True. More money for the hush fund.
Right. By the way, the floor looks like 219. I would almost slam the desk because I missed 444 for 220. I'm sure Dane K took that from me. Wasn't concentrating hard enough. Let's see here. There's not much coming on the market. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to get that.
I knew it was coming. I felt it. I felt it in my bones.
It's because I'm not connected. 185 for $5. Fuck. I'm gonna.
Hey Doc, you got a link to your raffle? DM it to me on Twitter. I'll post it in the chat, or DM it to.
Yeah, you DM it to me or
one of us
or whatever. We'll get that up. Fuck.
Yeah, I tried to make a bang emote, guys, but YouTube was like, "Yeah, no, not on our platform."
Oh,
take
really?
Take that shit to OnlyFans. Yeah.
I'm losing my touch because I'm not practicing as much, and I'm not direct connected because I have the stream direct connected. By the way, how is it working?
It's been great. It's been great since you got the router. I actually want you to try maybe not being hardwired. Well, actually, no, never mind. Always be hardwired on your damn PC. I don't know why you wouldn't be. You're right there.
No, I am, but now I've got the better router, so I can do this. Oh, so
but why is your tablet not hardwired? Are you normally hardwired on there too?
Yeah, but I don't have I do
Oh,
actually have another cord.
you use the same cord. That's right.
Right. I basically I just put the main. I have
You
multiple
just made $40.
spots.
Buy a damn cord. The hell is wrong with you?
Oh, I actually have another cord. I just and I guess it would work. I'm still not going to get the ping that I need to grab these because that 185 the 185 for 5, man, that was and K Slice took that 4444 from me, put it up for 20 just in case you guys are flipping. Yeah, I probably was slow on it. Whatever. We're down to 2 gems, guys. So if you bought this was a big loss.
I tell chat all the time. Excuse my friend. He's a little slow. Everybody, Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, no, I love that. I mean, that's one we need to watch on Kick also.
Oh hell yeah!
We
Dumb
should
and Dumber.
ask in the chat. I did this on Twitter, but nobody cares about my Twitter, so I'll ask on here since we got a few people here. Who would be interested in watching Mo and I do commentary on shows? Just funnier than this. I'm actually a lot better when we're doing that type of thing than this. This stuff's a little bit more dry, but we'd watch like reality shows and maybe some movies over there, make fun of it, kind of like Mystery Science 3000. Let us know if that's something you'd be interested in, or even what we should watch. All right, so you sent that. Let's see. Did you send it to me or did you send it to you?
Send it to me.
Okay, you got it. Okay, cool. So we can take care of that. Yeah, guys, prices are not looking good. Not looking good. Let's see how many they've actually sold. Casey BMW is on, so he might be listening. Yeah, about 1,100 sold. So there you go. And I missed oh man, fuck you, Casey BMW. I love you, but fuck you. He's the one who got it. I stood no chance. All right,
guys, in chat, if you want to help Doc get the Comic-Con, we don't normally raise money for other people, but this is a good cause.
Right. I
don't want to see the man walk. He has to walk right by my house, and I feel really bad. Right. But here we go. If you guys want to help the man out, join the raffle. There you go. That's your chance.
Yeah, go join it. You can do, if you do one, it's $10 to join the raffle. If you get let's see, let's see, what was the deal? Doc, tell us the deal. Now I'm forgetting. But basically, there's 2 comics, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 25, and was it a Hulk number 1 variant? Casey BMW is here. Yeah, you fucker. You got to let me know if you get your 100 for that. Actually, did he already sell it? Oh,
the man. Atomic, he's on to it. He knows. He sees the vision like Peyton and Eli. I know most people here probably don't even watch football. I know B's not a big football guy. But Peyton and Eli doing I call it Manning Night Football. But man, that is the best thing that's ever happened to the NFL. It's so good. It's basically just like me and you, BE, but they're like, they watch the game, but they don't even, they're quarterbacks, they're old quarterbacks from the game, but they don't even care. Like, they'll be like, if it's not a passing play, they're like, oh, we don't care about the kickers, we don't care about this. We be like, they'll talk about the passing and stuff like that, but it did such a good show, man. It's really well done. I think I told the story before, but I'll summarize it. When I worked at a cable company, I was brought into testing, groups, focus groups, and we would watch TV shows with cable boxes that I could have a keyboard and type to other people watching the show. Right. And I said, this is the most amazing thing ever. And this is going back in 2010, even before Twitch blew up. And I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever. And everyone hated it. I was the only person in there that said this is going to revolutionize how we watch TV and how we watch shit. And everyone fucking told me I was delusional, stop smoking all the weed, go get my head checked, bro. I got laughed out of the room. Well, look at us now.
Right, he said, here we are.
Look at us now. It's basically the world we live in, so. Oh, God. Well, I'm not a visionary, cool. But.
Yeah. Hey, did you see what Casey BMW said? He'll never get 100, but he just put it up to piss me off. I know he did. My man. That's how we roll. He's so good. He'll get 9 out of 10. I'll get 1 out of 20 these days.
KC, are you on the email mailing group for the piss BE off?
Yeah, we're starting that.
No, you're not even on it. It's me, Shelby, I think
Shelby.
Doc's in there right
Oh
now.
no, I know I'm not.
TBB. Yeah, basically just figure out every morning how we can piss you off. So I basically get all the inside detail on how how your day's going from Shelby, what I can say to kind of irritate you.
Just take a low mint for a low price. I think
Right.
only like a couple times I've pissed off Casey BMW. Like he could be in his car, he could be in his car on slow internet and he'll still beat me. So I don't. He's got something going for him. I can't do that. Superstar Money. Good to see you, Joe. He-Man is on your face. Yeah, you're right. He is on my face because I fucking got pissed off and moved around. There we go. Now he's not. I'm not even centered. There we go. It's a little better. All right.
Actually, I wasn't dressed for the occasion.
There we go. Yeah, you weren't, but you are now. You piss me off daily. Let's be honest. Oh, there you go. If you watch this show, that is very easy to happen. So, I try to do my best. So this market is crap. If you didn't notice, the market. So we can help Casey BMW. 4881 remaining. So there you go. Not very much. Not many have sold. I said maybe 2,000 would sell. Yeah. See, look, Superstar Money. They like your hat. When next race? Today. Today.
Yeah, I was getting ready. I gotta post a race. Yeah, in Discord. 3:00.
3 Eastern. If we can just what's the bet on this one?
The entry fee was like $12. Doesn't really seem like yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean, we might run into this because there's multiple problems we could have racing a horse. One, the horse sucks, which
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping we had a pretty weak horse for the first syndicate. I wasn't wishing bad upon people, but I wanted people to get a realistic, take on how this could potentially go down.
Right. Beginner's luck though. So
yeah. Well, I am not a beginner.
Right. No,
the game should have fucked me royally. No, I know. But what's happening here is, as you start to get more wins, you start to move up the ladder. Right now,
right.
We're an A horse. You get to the point where you have to start running graded races and championship stakes races. This is just not that caliber of horse because that's like an S- or an S horse, right?
Right.
So we're pretty much going to be heading up to these stakes races that I'm in today, and I think these go up to about $20 for entry, maybe.
Oh wow!
As a 2-year-old, it can add up quickly.
Well,
if you start losing, yeah. But as of right now, I mean, we are doing well. Like I said, we're up $74, I think, in racing. So, we can't afford to
take a risk here and there.
Maybe join a bigger race, or maybe even join one that's not 11 furlongs. We
True.
will have to watch
12. I'd like to try the 12.
Me too, but the thing is, when I see the 11 at a nice price point, most of my horses I won't even want to enter for $12. I'd be like, let me wait for the $8 race.
Exactly.
But with this horse, I'm kind of like, yo, shit, if there's an 11 furlong, I'm gonna throw him fucking $30. I don't care, right. until he starts getting his ass kicked.
Can't do it. Right, exactly. Yeah. By the way, I know who just said they wanted Superstar Money to come on and explain what happened. If you go on their stream last night for their giveaway, they've got a letter they read. He's not going to come on to discuss it. It's too spicy. They did what they did. And so if you want more information, go watch that stream and you can hear, they probably have it on Twitter too, but you can hear the letter they read in response. So again, they're just trying to keep things cool with everyone. So I get it.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I didn't really know anything about it, so I didn't really want to speak too much on it. But obviously, if the man themselves behind it, want to speak on it, that's a little different. But yeah, from my perspective, I just don't know.
We don't know all that stuff.
Definitely go back and check out their videos. Drop zones and S++ horse. Yep. We actually are waiting in photo finish to see the first SS minus. So the way it goes, you have your S minus, your S plus are the top three. And then if you bred an S plus with an S plus and you get a boost, you could potentially get an SS minus horse. And now we start moving into uncharted territory. It actually took 14 seasons in beta. And the seasons were a week. in beta. I don't know if you guys remember that. Some of you might, but
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So like we would breed on a Monday, and we run the 1 week, and the next Monday the horse would be born, and everything like that. Yeah, SS like Superstar. There you go. Shit, we might
There
have to
you
get an
go.
SS horse one day and just call him Superstar.
Right, there you go. And by
There's
the way, it
actually
is
a
11
horse
furlong
called.
today.
Yes, it is 11 furlongs at 3 o'clock. My bad.
Yeah.
There is a horse called Good Juju in the game
Are
already.
you serious?
Yep.
Well, they must be Superstar fans. That can't be a coincidence. Maybe
Yeah,
it is.
I'll,
Maybe it is. You can find out. Yeah, well, the question is, can we get a hat? Can we get one of your hats for the horse? Right? That would be funny if they let you like dress up. Yeah, actually, I don't understand why they don't allow advertising. That would be kind of cool if they'd allow advertising on your horse.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, I
Is
don't know
it
about
coming?
I don't know about on the horse, but so let's say we all got together and got majority ownership in a track.
Right. Oh, that's right. You
And
said if you had
yeah.
ownership of the track, you can do that.
Right. If you have majority ownership of one of the 5 tracks, and let's say Superstar Money was one of the bigger investors, we could actually put their logo, their branding, their stream links, everything, and just blast the branding. Or if me and you owned it, we could actually lease it out like on a weekly basis and say, hey, Superstar, you guys want to have your shit promoted this week on the big championship days or whatever and stuff like that. Like you have control of that when you're track owner. So,
but nobody can you here's the big question. Churchill Down, Kentucky Derby, can that be owned?
No, so the Churchill track is the only track that cannot have the ownership on it. Yeah.
Because I'd be like, all right, what's that, $20,000? Maybe we can
no, Churchill has full ownership of that, honestly. Sense. Kenobi, what's up, Kenobi? Hey, listen, I think we're going back and forth on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, man,
early on.
Him. Good to see you, man.
Kenobi, have you joined our Discord, the Skin and Bones Discord? It's another day where I've yet to set up the master link Google sheet that we need to have, but I'm sure we're gonna have our Discord link somewhere. I
can let's see.
I got it.
You got it. Okay. I'm just sniping here, guys. But yeah, he'll put the link up. That way, if you're interested, you can go into the syndicate info and put that you're interested in joining.
Well, no, he's interested in buying his own horse. What I'm saying,
he wants to buy his own horse. Okay, gotcha.
Jump in there because I can send you. Yeah. Now I'll put it in chat here for you. Yeah, this way. I can't remember what browser I'm in. Okay, here we go.
And also the other thing is that you guys, like, you might get together, like we're doing the syndicate with us. You guys might want to find 2 or 3 people, start your own barn. I mean, that's, whatever you want to do, we'll help you understand how to do things. And you can join the syndicate or not. We're not going to make, we're not going to make much, if anything, off of those. But we are just trying to get more people into the project. Because the more people, the better it's going to do. And I think it's going to do well. And most certainly thinks it's going to do well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you have to go out of your way. Yeah, you got to go out of your way to lose money in photo finish in the next 6 to 8 months. Now, there are some things like when the rebates stop happening and things like that. You could potentially lose a lot of money if you own a lot of bad horses and you're joining a lot of expensive races. And
right.
Personally, I feel like they'll lower the race entries when that happens, but that's speculation. I know people don't like when other people speculate, but hey, I'm a free man living a free life on the internet, right? So
right, exactly.
Don't like it, sue me. But yeah, join the Discord. Like I said, we're talking about photo finish in there. I can get you the basic links for a lot of the early beginner information, and obviously we could always chat it up in there too, and I can give you guys a little more insight.
Yeah. And of course, you can always join him on Kick or Twitter. Last night on Thursdays, you host it with Fib normally. Is that correct? Or does
it's me and Fib. I'm trying to work out a contract with Shelby to get you there, but
no, I want and I think we'll be able to work something.
That's a rough time for you, I'd imagine, but
yeah, but we can we could work it out. It's just if we know the times, then I can work. If we have more hard times, like the hard cuts here. She just doesn't like it because, when we go on, it's like, well, whatever. All right, we're at 3 hours and we didn't even know it.
No, when you go on, it's like, whatever, we're at 3 hours. I never want to get started to begin with. I always get forced into this shit. Then I get high and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I start running my mouth. Shit.
That's what everyone's here for.
Apparently.
I'm here to bring you to them, and then
High on life, by the way, chat.
Yeah,
high on life.
High on life. That's exactly. But we love it when you guys come here. But yeah, by the way, just the comic
Hashtag ad for life. By the way, just
exactly for sure. The
you
floor's
don't, you don't see the screen, do you?
Oh no, I got you. Yeah, totally. It is an ad. I did actually pick one up for $1.50. I'm sure Casey BMW was really upset to miss that snipe. But yeah, two gems is the floor. I'm thinking it'll go up to about maybe $2.50. We don't have many sold. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, not even 1,200. So it's gonna be a hard day. I'm probably gonna stop sniping. I was just hoping I'd find a few good things, and I already missed them. So yeah, fuck.
It's been a hard day.
I'll just keep that for $1.50. That's a good comic for $1.50. I'll be happy. Yeah, 19%. Yeah, Gus has all the numbers, man. Check. I try to retweet a lot of his stuff. You guys should check him out. Maybe even join his Twitter. He puts a lot of just the numbers out there for drops and stuff like that. So yeah, Gus is a good person to follow him about that.
There's a lot of Juju horses. Look at this guy. Oh, Superstar, we're in trouble, man. We're late. We're late to the party. We got Juju's already a horse, bad Juju, full of Juju, good Juju, and Juju beans. Now, I have actually another name that is not on this list. And I never say my horse names out loud. So, but let's just say I have a good sneaky one that we might be able to use one day. And I'm sure people that join our syndicate, if we got another horse, I'm sure the name, they might be, the syndicate might be okay rocking with maybe a branded horse one day. We never know.
Absolutely.
It's so hard because I want to keep saying the names. I'm like, just don't say it. Don't fucking say it. The last time I said a name on stream, somebody freaking named their horse that shit like next week, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. By the way, everyone, hit that like button if you can. Let's try to get that to 20. That's all I'm asking. Just hit the like button. Take that. Move your finger a centimeter and click. Let's see here. So yeah, so we got that race today, guys. Are you going to be calling it? Are you it's just gonna
happen? Nah, I think I'll be live on Kick. I got to really start talking about farming hours. I got to start farming subscriptions over there. I love the 90-10 cut over there is so good, man. I got like 17 subs over there right now. And as yesterday I was like, bam, like whatever, it was like $78 or some shit in my cash app. I was like, let's go.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I love that.
Well, soon we'll be doing that over here. Hashtag soon. Oh, guys, thanks for hitting that like button. Appreciate it. Yeah, so if you came here for Veve Comic, you can see we've already moved on. Of course, I have that in the title. Mo likes to move on as quickly as possible because Veve triggers him. I get it. But yeah, it didn't look like it's doing well. Not even 1,200 sold. Gusting 19%. Yeah, so we knew it wasn't going to do well. And with NYCC next week, I think that is there's going to be some decent drops potentially. I guess, is that going to start Monday, Mo? I'm trying to remember the other weeks. Does it start Sunday? Does it start Monday? Or does it go start on the weekend and go through the next week? They usually do it running up to the event, correct?
Which event, sorry?
Oh, the NYCC or SDCC Comic-Cons. You know how they do a drop every day? Because we haven't been told. I'm assuming they're skipping this weekend because it's going to be every day next week.
Yeah, it's the week leading up. Because it's when people arriving and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then then the weekend. And someone was asking earlier about what day, what time do we think? I mean, just usually you'll find the itinerary somewhere. Someone will have it posted, or there'll be a picture up at the con showing Veve and Marvel at 2 p.m. Right? So you can kind of assume, based on the history of it, that it'll probably be around that time. So I hope they bring that chick back. That chick was cool as hell, man.
Which chick?
The Marvel chick they had last time at San Diego.
Oh, okay.
That was a cool show, man. Actually, most of the time when I tune into the Veve stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, what the hell am I even watching? But that was actually she was excited, she was pumped, she was getting the crowd excited. I don't know, man. It just seemed like a good show. I follow her on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, she's good.
There you go. So Biggest Bro, Friday and Saturday, 3:15 to 3:30. Wait, we already know the times?
Oh, well, there you go.
Whoa, well, wait. How do you know the times? I gotta write this down now. All right, so Friday and Saturday. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. It's gonna be a wait list. Oh man, that sucks. So Friday. Well, if that's the case, we know maybe we can stream that, or I can stream it, or maybe somebody else will stream it. But yeah, that sounds cool. So I want to speculate, since you hate Veve, I want to speculate what Veve is going to be dropping next week. Does anyone have any? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Does anyone have any clue what they might be dropping next week? Let us know in the chat what you think potentially Veve will be dropping on NYCC, our New York Comic Con week. What do we need?
Oh, I think my collectibles had it in his. I saw it on Twitter, which I would actually probably go for, which would be a Venom collectible.
Oh, what about Wolverine? Are we ready for that?
Yeah, Wolverine. I'd probably go for Venom.
Oh, Mr. V. Well, he's gonna know. By the way, you guys should follow him definitely on Twitter and see his podcast. He is
number one. Ain't happening, Tony. Ain't happening, brother.
4 Marvel drops, and let's see. What's your guess, Mr. V, for what we might get? Cap 1. I don't know. Like, I feel like we definitely need Wolverine. I don't know why that would necessarily be next week, but that could potentially be a big thing. I mean, there just isn't anything that's going to blow up the app anymore. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would like to see. Maybe they're going to release the pencil. Oh no, you said they're not doing that until the 23rd, so they're waiting until afterwards.
That's probably why they're waiting. You want to know why it was a delay,
right?
That's probably why they probably want to get all the con shit out of the way, and not have that try to take over, right? Because what's going to happen is they're going to release the desk. Everyone's going to make videos about the desk. It's worthless. There's going to be so much fun about it and this and that. You're going to be smashing them live on stream. And then they got to go to Comic-Con and they got to try to be like, oh, well, they want to keep the morale high. I get it. So, right. And that's a good point, I guess. So
that makes sense. And plus, with all their crafting stuff having issues, the last thing they want to do is have to deal with issues with the Comic-Con. And Mr. V doesn't even want to talk about it, get his hopes up. He's saying Miss Marvel collectible with a movie coming out soon. Okay, that would be a good one. Hulk Mighties. That's only Mo's actually designing the Hulk Mighty. That ain't coming. I wonder if they're even going to do Mighties anymore. People just don't care. Wolfie Barker, Venom, or Black Suit Spider-Man. Ooh, well, maybe.
It was like a symbiote spider or something like that.
Yeah. Tarzan for sure. During the Comic-Con, they're going to have Tarzan. Although that is where they probably signed that contract to get the Tarzan stuff. Banksy, of course, that's not Marvel, but that would be freaking awesome. I feel like they have to wait. That's got to be on its own. If they're going to do the Banksy drop, which they said a year ago they were going to do. And it wasn't even really related to him somehow, but I think they're going to do that on own. They're going to let NYCC kind of hold its own with that type of theme. Definitely going to have a poster drop, so that's going right in the trash can. That's my biggest thing. Are they going to have a shredder and trash can in the Veve verse? Because I'm going to need it. There's certainly some things I need to get rid of because it could get crowded in my house there.
Well, no, you got to use them as shelves like everybody else.
You could
if you take it 90, you basically rotate it 90 degrees like on its side. Now you have a shelf, right?
Oh, okay.
Or if you really want, you can basically rotate it on a 45-degree angle. And then basically what I like to do is I like to go into my little Veve world, my little vault when it doesn't crash, and I'll stack them up and I'll start doing build like card houses back in the day when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you start leaning the cards against each other. I start building like little TPs and stuff. There's so many things you could do with these posters. I don't know why you're always disrespecting the posters and all these beautiful, collectibles that we have here.
You could make a rug. You could make a rug, right?
Could make a rug, yeah.
Floor. So I take it all back. Keep that poster. Don't shred it. But I was just thinking in my head when I said, well, you could put that in our Veveverse and house and everything. I just realized now I'm going to turn into a hoarder, in the fucking virtual world. So one in the real world and one of isn't the whole point of this so we're not hoarders. And I'm gonna have to get a bigger house. How much is that going to cost in the VV-verse? I'm gonna have a mansion for all my collectibles.
No, but that's what they want. They gotta. I mean, listen, these youngins, they live in the digital world, man. Like, so yeah, it's the same way that we get screwed in the real world with physical stuff, they're gonna screw them in the digital world. As a matter of fact, this actually was happening. Now that I think of it, back when I played, what the hell was it? EverQuest 2. When I played EverQuest 2, I remember they had like this housing shit, and you had to like buy it from a mogul or some crap like that. I forgot what it was, but yeah, you kept on getting limited. It's like, oh, you put 4 things in your house. Now you got to go grind for a week and buy a bigger apartment. I'm like, man, screw you. I don't even want a bigger apartment. But you can't pick up the ladies, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? The ladies aren't gonna be interested in you unless you have a bigger apartment. So it's all a flex, right? Like people could be you laugh, but there's gonna be like VV-verse speed dating, man. It's going to be a thing. Actually, we're gonna probably be hosting it. You know what I'm saying? But like VV-verse speed dating, and like, yeah, you know.
Didn't they have that in Skyrim? You could buy the big castles and stuff. By the way, Lotus Bob, thank you, man. He says hit the like button. He says we're providing value and entertainment. I don't know about value. Hopefully a little entertainment, maybe a little value. But thanks, man. The biggest bro. Wait until they charge us to increase our vault space. I mean, that's like what I'm worried, right? It's coming for sure. It's coming. Human greed causes us to want both digital and physical. We do, and again, and let me, this was Superstar Money was talking about this on, I think, the WebV Collective. What do you guys think? Would you think it's better to buy an NFT to get a physical, or buy the physical to get the NFT? I'm curious what you guys think. And a lot of people don't want physical, like Mo. Oh, you know what? In 15 minutes, they've got the Skeletor.
Yeah, Skeletor.
Can you pull that up? I need to find out if I'm going to do it. So yeah, guys, this is Gary V project that he actually signed up, partnered with Mattel, and they are releasing in about 15 minutes, if I'm correct, or is it already too late? This 2-pack. What is this on? What's the website?
It's on Creations Mattel.
Okay, so it's already up. I need to see. So guys, they've got this Skeletor.
Kryptoni. Am I really being a moon boy today? I haven't. Maybe because I'm over here playing photo finish on the side. It's probably in such a good mood. Let's see.
Got Hot Wheels. Where is this thing? Oh, here it is. Explore. Oh, 13 minutes. All right. So you have it up. I'm going to pull it up on my side screen here. So I'll be looking off a little bit. Yeah. So can I just use a credit card? Will I be able to? Do we even know how many are on here? So it's got like 5 different heads you can put on this thing. It glows in the dark. I don't know. I showed it to my friend who is an actual physical collector, because he hasn't been doing the McFarlane or any of this stuff. He wants physical stuff. And this is a 2-pack for $45, right?
Correct.
So the skeleton toys look cool, but unlimited supply isn't. Let's see. Mr. V said, I'd prefer the NFT with the option to get a physical by a deadline if we burn the digital version. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea, right? Like that would add that little extra bit to help the market out if that's what you want to do. And I think that's a good idea. Let's see. Superstar Money saying, sorry, got caught up in the IRL. Let's see. I heard you are dressing Drop Zone in Superstar Money colors. If we can, like they're not right now, we can't. I was talking about the advertising. Like we could just put Superstar Money on the side. You can't sell Moon without Mo. Yes, there you go.
We can't spell Moon without Mo, yeah.
Oh, is that what? Man, I need to get my.
Sometimes you have to auto correct chat because they don't. Sometimes they don't see that, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Now I see. You corrected it in your head. Me, yes. I'm actually having a hard time seeing stuff. I got to go to get glasses or contacts. This is getting bad.
My cataracts are acting up again.
I know, right? These are boomer problems. All right, limit 3 per order. So there are no limits to this. Interesting. I was hoping there would be a limit. Is that official? Who said there's no limit? Somebody said that. I don't know. That way waste is limited and the companies wouldn't have to throw away unsold supply. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea, Mr. V. And then you get the people who want physical stuff. You can kind of cross the two different platforms, because that's really what we need, right? We probably need both physical to digital and digital to physical to kind of let people know each side. Although I don't know how much physical stuff I want. Now, are they doing this? Is just for Skeletor, so there's no He-Man yet.
No, they've already had him. That's what I'm looking up. Just say like they still have all these available. It's not even like these are sold out or.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of going through. Look at this. This is funny because I remember this when I was a kid. The Snake Man.
I was gonna say it looks like Stretch Armstrong.
Similar.
Remember, right?
Well, you ever see that lizard? You ever see that Stretch Armstrong lizard? If you because they made a few different variations of it, right? And there was one that had like a lizard head, but it was so rare, like it didn't really sell that many. That the head alone, I think, sold for like 15 grand or some shit. It was crazy. It was on Porn Stars. Yeah, it was on Porn Stars.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got to go back and check that out. That's By the way, Superstar Money saying, Mr. V is speaking facts. You need to be NFT to physical, not physical NFT to bring people in. And yeah, and I remember you talking about that the other day, Joe, on the WebV Collective, and it's true. And Mr. V knows what he's talking about.
I just don't.
You need that bridge. You need a bridge, right? You need a bridge. I would say you need it both ways, but that way is probably better. Doing it how they're saying it, at least at first. The key is bringing more people in, right? Mass adoption. That's what we want.
Yeah, but if people don't like NFTs, they're not going to go buy an NFT to get a physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just going to be against whatever project it is. But if they like physicals and they buy a physical, maybe they don't even realize they're buying an NFT. And they crack it open and they happen to open the box and be like, oh, what's this? And they look into it, and now they're a Veve addict, right? I feel like that's a better shot, which is why I think they're going physical to NFT. As opposed to NFT to physical, because
think about this. What if you could only get a physical Skeletor by buying the NFT, and you are
but the physical collectors,
you don't care about NFTs.
But the biggest hurdle for this whole thing is physical collectors like, oh, NFT, scam, blockchain, so you have to get through that hurdle just to get them in the door to now buy the NFT to get their physical. And as someone who knows a bunch of physical collectors, they'll never do it. And none of them are on Veve. They refuse. They don't fucking care. But if they bought a physical and they got the code...
Right, then they might actually do it. No, yeah. I get it. And I think you do need to do it both ways. But that might be better. I mean, can we call it the collect chain and change it from blockchain? So you've got a separate things for collectors? I mean, it's a branding issue at this point, right?
You can call it whatever the hell you want. But anybody with a decent head on their shoulders is just going to look shit up and research it. And they'd be like, oh, this is that NFT crap that I keep hearing shit about. I'm not touching this. Because again, it's just still just too much misinformation about the blockchain and NFTs and all that crap, right? Like, we don't live in a world where fucking it costs so much money and it's draining the fucking environment by making NFTs. Like, that's, that was way too long ago. Nowadays, everything is whatever it's called. What's the word they use? Eco-friendly or some shit like that.
Right.
Where it offsets the carbon print or whatever. It's like less than an email.
Right.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah, but that's already been a thing, right? But the problem is that people don't know it. Because everyone, if they research it, if I type in NFT right now, it's going to be all the people in an uproar and the bullshit. And maybe you'll find one good article about it, actually explaining what the hell it is, and maybe something more relevant. So,
well, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Mr. V saying it would help with the on-ramp process and nudge physical collectors to get the NFT first, go through the craft burn process as an experience. The company packages for collectors, and then he continues. Then the physicals would be super scarce, which people like. On the secondary, because people would likely not want to do it. It'll incentivize physical collectors organically. I mean, this is the thing. Like, and G Money saying the physical collectors will be forced to go on Veve to get the piece. Now they may or may not. Is the situation we're in. So I mean, it's certainly something worth discussing, and obviously these things are being looked into now, right? We've got the Iron Man. We talked about that. Is anyone in here getting the Iron Man? Actually, let me put that up as a poll. I'm gonna take that down. I'm just curious. I'll do a poll. Are you gonna get the Funko Iron Man?
We were talking about this yesterday off stream for a minute. Right? That wasn't on stream. We talked about it.
Yeah. Did we?
Because you got to look at. Yeah. Because you got to look at the.
Yeah, we did.
3,000. It was 3,000 mint. or 3,000 count, right, for the Iron Man. So you got to think about 5 variants. How many of the NFT versions on Veve are there going to be of that secret rare variant?
Right,
It doesn't
right.
really seem like there's going to be that many. And then if you start taking into account, okay, 3,000 pieces, let's say a third of them never even get opened up from the true collectors who don't even care about the Veve. So now we're looking at 2K. And now take the amount of those that are being opened up and the amount of codes and divide that by the amount of, secret rares or ultra rare versions of the variant. I mean, listen, they could be worth something if you land the scarcity one, the scared one.
I think with the big thing with the just moving people away from physicals is they could sell it, even though the blockchain and the energy, if you're not using Ethereum, it's not really using that much, Polygon or something, it's not that much energy. It's better for the environment, right? You could say it's better. We don't have the packaging.
Even Ethereum is way better nowadays. I mean,
they're all trying to, except for, Bitcoin, the energy that takes. But yeah.
Superstar said you force them to use a platform, but if we learn anything about society, is we don't like being forced to do anything. You know what I'm saying? People couldn't even be forced to put a damn mask on when we had fucking COVID, right? Like, I mean,
well, you're right. Like people, it's like anything. If you add an extra step, what you're basically saying, which is very, very true, extra steps don't normally work. But it could if it was something somebody had to have. For instance, let's say you had to buy the NFT to go to the movie and get a physical. Imagine if they did some combination of Batman movie. You got to buy the NFT, then you get a ticket to the movie and a toy at the theater.
And people that are anti-NFT would just sit there and say, I'll wait for it to show up on F movies or come out on home video. Like, I'm not supporting this scammy NFT blockchain bullshit.
Yes, but you're going to have that percentage of people no matter what. But there are going to be new people. There's kind of those people in the middle that are going to be encouraged to do it. If their friends say, well, just try it out. Trust me, it's not that bad. You're going to get an increase. This is going to be the increase that we want, maybe not, but you're not going to get everyone to say, no, I'm not going to buy the NFT to get the physical, go to the movie or whatever. But it'll be interesting. Mr. V saying, I hope the code is on a removable sticker you can peel off on the outside of the box. Yeah, for to preserve the Funko. I was thinking that. And I think even Super Joe was talking about that too. Like, I thought we had to open it up to get the code. Because if that's the case, that's messed up, right? Because a lot of people want to keep their stuff in the box, never touch it. So I was curious about that too. I mean, we went on the website. I didn't see anything on the outside of the box or anything like that for the Funko.
No, that you can't see them doing that because every place in the world would just be getting raided and boxes would be getting scratched off and. Yeah, I mean that just wouldn't end well unless they were locked up in cages or something. But
right, and Mr. V saying he doesn't want to go for you
guys can't really see this, but this is why the way that everyone else is explaining doesn't make sense because you don't inject a Trojan horse by telling people what they have to do. You inject the Trojan horse by delivering it inside a physical collectible, and then people don't realize it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is the whole point of it. This is why they're doing it this way. I'm saying it doesn't work the opposite way. When you force people to say, oh, go buy the NFT to get your physical, they're going to say, well, fuck this project. That's very apparent. But this way here, when they go, oh, okay, oh, it's a beautiful physical collectible, oh, there's the NFT. So this is why the Trojan horse way works, and that's why they're going that method. Again, video games have done it since the beginning of fucking video game time too, so.
Yeah, I understand that, but it doesn't mean, what you're saying is probably true. You're going to get more going one way than the other. But I think it's worth experimenting both sides just to see, because again, it's
correct. But
adding people.
Yeah, but you don't adapt mainstream by forcing people. Again, you adapt mainstream by kind of like what Kryptoni was saying about Bluetooth. You just basically integrate it into people's lives without them even knowing it, and now they need it to survive. Now, again, are we going to get to that point with NFTs? Probably not. But almost if they open the box, they get the thing, and they're like, oh, now I got this freaking VB code sitting here. Like. I gotta scratch it. I gotta open it.
You gotta at least, yeah. My friend who does collect physicals and not at all into this stuff, if there was something that he really wanted, and it was a true collector, and the only way to get it was to actually go on Veve to do it, he would do it. Now that's not going to be the majority of people, but really big collectors, I think, would. And those are the people that we really need to get interested, because the big collectors who spend the money every month hundreds of dollars or more, those are also very good to get on here, even if it's a
Right.
smaller percentage. So, you know,
Preach, brother Bob. Preach, brother Bob. Listen, you could try it both ways. I'm just saying, just like women in college. But what I'm saying here is that the Trojan horse is absolutely physical to NFT. And then yeah, so what I also wonder is if you wanted to, you know, invade the physical collectors with NFTs, right?
right.
Maybe try doing it with something that's not gigantic and massive, right? Like maybe like a coin, like something like a coin that they could just kind of like keep in their pocket and then get the NFT to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, someone like me, I don't even want this big ass, gaudy freaking Iron Man. Like, if I happen to get it, which I don't think I will, but if I did, I would get it, open it, get the code, jump online and tell somebody, hey, if you're a guy who just wants a physical piece and you don't care about this code and you don't care it was open, then I'll cut you a good deal. Here you go. Come take it off my hands.
True.
Like,
that's right.
I just want it gone.
Maybe sell for 100, barely touch it. We'll have to see if the code does come. I'm pretty sure it's inside. G Money saying, why can't it be both? It can and it will be.
Yeah,
I think what Mo's saying is it's, and most people are agreeing that going physical to NFTs the better way. Superstar Money and Mr. V are saying going NFT to physicals. I'm kind of in between. I do think it's worth trying both and just seeing what people do, but market it as a ticket for access. It's all about how it's marketed. It is true. It is about how it's marketed. And again, people are scared. This 4-letter word, you know, NFT. By the way, if you want to buy the Skeletor, it is for sale now.
Yep. Go over there and get your Skeletor.
Pre-order. I like how they limit how much you can get.
Ships on or before February 29th.
Nice. Jeez, that really is a pre-order. I guess I can just
wait. In time for the holidays of next year.
Yeah. Right, exactly. I'm just going to wait for that to not sell out. Let's see, Superstar Money, market it correctly. If you hold this, you can sit front row for Taylor Swift.
What is going on here? Why are they looking at each other like this?
I think it's a love story.
This is like some oh my god, what is it? Was it Telemundo? Oh shit, what's the Spanish soap operas called?
Isn't it? Oh no, Telemundo is.
It's on Telemundo. It's a network. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah. I don't.
Anyway, it looks like one of these.
Yeah, the He-Man, definitely. Look at that. I think they might be attracted to each other. I don't know.
I mean, some people always wondered.
It's bound to happen. I mean, you know,
Prince Adam in his little pink shirt. You know.
Yeah. Well, but like we said yesterday, pink is real men wear pink. They just don't wear those pink shoes we were talking about. By the way, that's what people were. Shelby Cobra was saying. The reason why it was so bad is, first of all, the shoes were like 13s, and the guy has like a size 8 foot, so it looked real weird on him. But yes, overall, the outfit we're talking about before the 90 days craziness nobody cares about. Let's see.
I would rock pink shoes, like I said, but just not with that suit that the guy was fucking rocking. You catch me, I got the neon 80s pink, you know, shirt from Michaels, right? The craft shirts.
Oh yeah.
Then I got my black. You get the black and like the neon blue, maybe the black and white Adidas pants, and you throw on them pink shoes. Oh, that could be some fire.
Please send me a picture. I want to see it.
That could be some fire.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a pink shirt. I don't now. It's just not one of my favorite colors. So I'd have no problem wearing it. It's not my thing. G Money's waiting for the market. The Cryptoids Motu market. Yeah. I mean, what I feel like I don't even care about a market right now, but I do think I would like trading. And I know they know everyone wants trading. Again, they're trying to get that whole thing figured out. But I'm so close to having the lower end set on the Mickeys. So, you know I have enough stuff to trade for what I need. But
just think about how insanely collectible the drops are going to be, considering early on there was no market, no trading, right?
Right, no market, and a lot of people in here who were on Veve before there was a market probably understand it more.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like anybody that's getting like the Yoda drops or the Mickey's Apprentice drops, like. I mean, shit, when that marketplace does open, you could be in a really good spot because, yeah, like if you didn't buy a bunch of cubes and unlock the whole, thing that you needed to fill out your collector's map. I mean, you're not getting it. So
Yeah, you're not.
whereas a year from now, yeah, okay, I'll just jump on the marketplace and finish my set. All right, no problem. So little
these
different.
first ones are going to be super rare because only the people who could afford to buy a bunch of cubes or got super lucky, right, are going to actually get the 12 out of the 15 or the 15 out of 15 set. So whoever gets that Alter Grail Yoda, I mean, how rare? Icy Dog, we know he's getting it, right? But how many other people are going to get it? We just don't know. So Mr. Z saying, right. I'm guessing Mo was referencing the guy with the skull mask. Oh, I missed it.
Oh, you talking about the Telemundo stuff I was talking about.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, I was just talking about the way they were looking at each other, like it was caught in like some weird love triangle. Like Lupe was about to walk in and be like, "Ay, what are you doing here in my house, in my casa?" That's what I kind of thought was going to happen here. But they're looking at each other in a really peculiar pose. That's all.
It kind of looks like Skeletor is getting his prostate checked. I don't know. I think that's the face.
He's always got that face.
He does always have it. So there you go. He's always making sure he doesn't have prostate cancer. Let's see. Kryptoni says if they drop Castle Grayskull as a metaverse to display the toy or Motu World that you can use your Cryptoys. They already have a picture of the Castle Grayskull, so they're gonna do it. It's just we don't know when they're gonna do play sets. It's a whole bunch of things. I suggest you guys check out the white papers. I know Superstar Money did a little bit going through white papers a couple weeks ago on a stream. I was thinking about doing it with you, Mo, but I don't know if we have the patience. It's a long document. I did do a video on it a while back. It goes a little bit in depth, but
yeah, you lost me at long.
Right.
The word I was thinking of before was telenovela.
Yeah, there you go.
Telenovelas are Spanish soap operas. That is what the word that was escaping me at the time.
For sure. Soap opera like. Yeah, there you go. Dude, I used to watch that just because it was weird. I didn't even speak Spanish. It was so weird, it kept me entertained.
I told you we used to do that. Was our party game, man. We used to put it on. We'd all sit around like 4, 5, 6, sometimes even like 10 of us, and we just mute it. And we would just do the voiceover and just improv this shit. And everybody be sitting around, and it was fucking good times, man.
On the D-Money's asking about the golden tickets. They're constantly working on the app and stuff to make these things possible. So we don't get exact dates as ambassadors. We're not supposed
coming
to really
soon.
Speculate. Coming soon. That's
#ad.
But I can tell you they are working on stuff. So just a lot of stuff that you and even we don't get to see, but they are absolutely working. Things are moving forward. Obviously they just had this big drop, so there might be some more stuff coming though. So sooner than later, and there may just be some type of marathon that a skeleton and a weird guy do every month and a half or two. Right, Mo? We might be.
Oh, you mean that one that may or may not be happening there in the holidays? You mean that one?
Right, that may, maybe around November 17th or something like that. It may or may not be happening.
And it may or may not also be a good idea for you guys to tune in to our Drop Zone shows for a chance to maybe win something super special on that Cubathon.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Not saying it's happening, but if it was, it might be a good idea to check in because there might be like a daily code you got to come in and get, and we might not even keep the VODs up. So, if you don't actually show up to the show, you may not have the answer.
I agree. By the way, Daniel Marquez, thank you. He said, thank you for being awesome, BE. Oh, and Mo is okay too.
Thank you, DM. I appreciate you.
I've got one fan in this whole group, so that's all I need.
Yeah, we'll let you have one, but if it gets any more than that,
more than that, like if Shelby Cobra crosses over, then that's it. Mo's gonna have a freak out. He's not gonna like that.
Yeah, can't have you having more fans than me. It was just
no, definitely not. I don't even want. I really wish I was still anonymous.
I tried it when we first got together. I was like, well, if we're gonna do this, we got to call it the Mo Show. And then he was just like, well, it doesn't really work for me. And I'm like, well, it works great for me.
If you had said that, I probably would have said okay. Honestly, I probably would have.
No shot. Listen, the fact that I even put myself up top on our scene, sometimes I laugh because I normally always put myself second. You know what I'm saying? I always
Right.
kind of like when you're, you bet with your significant other, right? They always, they should
No, I
always come
get you.
first.
I'm kind of like
You
that
know?
too, but I do like being the bottom bitch ever since you brought it up on Fudders. So I like it. And I just don't care. These things don't matter. I just, if we're making good content and people are entertained, that's all that matters. And I have fun just coming here, hanging out with you in the chat. So um Alpha, I guess Alpha is dropping here. Let's see where. Oh, let's see. Bob Salesy says you definitely have more ownership on Veve than Cryptoids. Should always be able to sell anything. Yeah, they're working on it. I mean, again, the white papers from when I joined, I was aware that it was not gonna happen until 2024. So I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. What's up with Dan Fire? Some rockets for Daniel Rockets. I don't know what that is. Maybe you do, Mo. Let's see. Oh, let me get a quick. Let's see how the market's doing. So on Dracula, did it go back up? All right, we're up to $2.50, which is where I think it will probably stay. I'm sure everyone gave up on flipping. 47.13 remaining, so about 1,300 sold. I don't remember what I say. I said 2,000 might sell. Yeah, 250. I did snipe one for $1.50. It may even go up to $2.99. Not financial advice. Let me just check something here. I mean, these did not do well. Did not do well. This is the problem. Like even a good comic, like the other day, I grabbed that 777. I still haven't sold it. So I mean, I paid a good price for it. So I'll probably just keep it. It's not a bad comic at all. I think I saw it was like $58,000, a 9.8, which is decent for a real physical comic. Oh wait, did I ever get what's up with the poll here? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the poll. I said, are you getting the Funko Iron Man? 69% or no, but 31% say yes. So we got a few people that are gonna go for it. I mean, that's quite a steep price for a Funko. I mean, those don't normally cost 150, but I don't know. Are the gold ones and stuff, do those normally cost? Is that a normal price for those? I'm just not a Funko collector.
I have no idea.
But see, in this situation, they did the way they're thinking is like we're going to get people who like Veve and want an NFT. They're going to have to go buy our Funko and be, they're going to have to learn about Funkos and buy that. So I think that's a good marketing part. I think Funko does better on it than Veve does. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I just hope we get to the point where like people are begging physical companies to be like, can we please get a code for Veve? Like I think that's the idea, right? Like
right.
Again, train these people where they're buying a different type of collectible and they're like, why am I not getting an NFT code? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think they're kind of hoping for. But
I mean, I wish they'd go make a deal with McDonald's. We were talking about this before, where they make no money. They literally it's for marketing. They supply the NFT. McDonald's advertises it. They make no money. I mean, McDonald's probably charges people to have their toys and their stuff, right? Because they market it. But they could work out some type of deal with McDonald's, and that could get a lot of people to get on the app.
God, I can't wait for those articles. Like, oh my God, NFT blockchains are ruining the Ronald McDonald House. Well, don't let them invade like the whole Sesame Street shit, where like the most uneducated motherfuckers on the planet writing blogs. Like, don't they realize this money goes back to the Sesame Street, initiative workshop that was started?
Yeah, it's a workshop. The Sesame Street workshop. But you just had a great point. I totally forgot about Ronald McDonald House. That would be great as a fundraiser. See, I'm really upset.
Until they flip it the wrong way, like they did with Sesame Street, and that's why Sesame Street did jack shit.
Well, but maybe it needs to be. I mean, Ronald McDonald House does good things. Sesame Street does too. I know that I wish this space had more fundraising for diseases and stuff like that. I know I got to talk to Daniel Marquez because we were talking about doing something. Because I won't get into the story now. He can tell later. But anyways. I wish we had more like stuff like that where we do stuff for mental illness and cancer and diseases and help people. And I feel like this space doesn't do much of that. So I wish they would do more stuff, and that doing the Ronald McDonald House would be great. The Sesame Street was a good start. So I just wish the space would do more of that.
Like
More
I said, they
fundraising.
try. I feel like they tried with Sesame Street, but again, we live in a world where the uneducated run fucking supreme out there, especially when it comes to like these articles of people who would, right? It's no different than when, like, I don't know if you remember, like back during like Prohibition, right? So when alcohol was banned and shit, like weed started becoming really popular, right? And then what happened when Prohibition ended? Alcohol, and they started taking all that money along with tobacco and basically just running smear campaigns against marijuana.
Exactly.
Right? And it's the same concept here. We're just seeing the same shit this many years later. It's so much easier to run a smear campaign against Sesame Street, you know, using blockchain and NFTs and bad for the environment and blah, 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 blah. But the actual articles where people are educated and are telling people, like, hey, this is all on the up and up. It's all carbon friendly. It's all this and that. Like, no one hears that shit because
it goes over their head. They
Right.
heard one story 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and they're thinking, whatever, CryptoPunks or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like G Money just said it, you know. But yeah, it's the fan base reaction, and it's so hard to overcome because, again, if you go to Sesame Street, like we tried, we are the minority if we go to the Sesame Street thread. You know what I'm saying? It's Sesame Street fans who don't understand the technology, who don't embrace the technology, right? So, but then we show up, you know, the few, the proud, the Veve, and it's like, hey, you know, collectors at heart, this and that. It's like, fuck you, scammer, get out of my post, blah 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 blah. Go back to your NFT scams, you know, scammer, whatever. It's like it's so annoying, you know. It's really why I don't even get involved with any of it.
I mean, I get it. I was thinking in my head. So I think it was the 1937, marijuana tax stamp act, which basically was a way to just make it illegal everywhere. And how many years did it take? Not until 1996, California finally passed something with marijuana, and then it took another 20 years to add a bunch of states. And now it looks like we're getting to the point where it's been adopted. So yeah, this could take forever to this feeling about NFTs could be reversed, but hopefully it will be, because I think there are good things about it and people are using it for tickets. Denny OC, ahoy, ahoy. Good to see you. I think everyone's doing okay. I think everyone avoided the drop, so they're doing better. Right. Unless they're Casey BMW and stole my snipe. We did ask about who's going for the Funko Iron Man. So we've got about 25%, 26 to 74. So I think in that situation, you're going to get a lot of people who like Iron Man and collect Funkos. So I don't know how big the advertisement in there is going to be about like buying this NFT, but I think you're right, where you're getting a lot of people that just don't even cash it in, right? They're not going to redeem it, or maybe they'll be smart and sell it on eBay. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably about a third will probably stay unsealed, and that might be a low number. Yeah, I think a third of the codes will probably never even see the light of day. Right. Yeah. In 1996. Yeah. So we're talking a lot of, 60 years or so before, everyone kind of started believing in what, medicinal reasons for having marijuana, or that it doesn't matter what somebody does in their life if it doesn't bother you. Well, that's to me, it's always been what it was, because I was always the guy asking questions. I mean, I'm always, if things don't make sense to me, I'm always asking questions. Right. And I could always be, persuaded if you provide the data and you provide the evidence that makes sense. Right. Hey, I'll change my mind on. I've done it many times on stances, but I sat around back in the 90s when I first started burning. And I was always like, because again, the propaganda, the bullshit that you hear growing up, it's like, ooh, this and that, But then even my pops was always like, listen, man, how many successful alcoholics do you know? Right, exactly. You'll meet a lot of successful potheads along your fucking life path, right? Like, you're going to bump into these people because, again, people can wake up, they can smoke weed, they can function, they can go, they can put a roof over their head and take care of their family, right? That's not an issue. Good luck waking up, hitting the bottle, taking care of all that stuff on a daily basis, right? So that was always my first, my first thing going on here. Let's try my AC. Sorry, G Money. Yeah, I hear. I'm dying here. That's what it was. No, I turned my compressor up.
But I was always asking questions back then, and I didn't talk to cops, man. I'd be like, like, why is this shit illegal, man? Like, what the fuck are we actually doing to you guys? Nothing. And even they would agree with me.
Right.
And be like, yeah, no, man, like, you guys are just chilling. Like, we understand you guys just hanging out the park, playing some ball, whatever, burn. Like, it's not a big deal. We don't care. But it's illegal. That's what they say. It's illegal. We got to do our jobs. It's like,
right, we got our laws that we have to enforce.
Or when I go, like, when I was younger, I went to the doctor or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, you're like, kid's really hyperactive, I'm like, well, yeah, I just like to clown around and just be who I am, like, oh, maybe we could try to put him on a dose of this so he'll be, better in class and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I'll just smoke some weed and relax and concentrate, and I'm good. It's natural. It's from the earth, right? God's plant. So why the hell am I going to inject synthetic, man-made bullshit into my body when weed's readily available?
Well, I think
fighting this battle since the 90s, man. So it's nice to see people finally coming around.
The biggest issue is the frickin' Schedule 1. I mean, they're comparing it to, heroin and cocaine. That's the first thing that pisses me off, because we're not even able to do like research because of the way the federal government has scheduled the drug. So, which is, to me, is just ridiculous. For instance, like what I found really weird on the cruise, not that I was going to do it, but, Washington, Alaska, Canada, it's completely legal, recreational and medicinal. Yep. But on a cruise ship, you can't do it because first of all, you're under the rule of the captain, so he can do whatever he wants. So those companies can do whatever they want. But because it's federal law, customs now is involved. So right. You can't do that type of thing on a cruise. I mean, I guess you could sneak it on or whatever, but
I mean, I don't want to bring pens with me for days on my cruise. I don't give a shit.
Right.
They can lock me up in international waters.
Exactly. So it's just a weird thing. They need to change it from a Schedule 1 classification, because there are medicinal purposes. I know a lot of people with like Crohn's disease will use it. A lot of people use it for recreational purposes. I don't care. If you don't affect me, you're not driving, do what you want. I'm actually okay if you want to do whatever you want. If you want to do stupid stuff and stronger stuff and you want to kill yourself, go for it. Just don't affect my life. That's the big thing.
Right.
Don't be out on the dole and taking money.
You might have said nothing but functioning alcoholics out there. I don't know, but I mean, people aren't waking up, taking shots, and then going to work and being successful. At least not in the world that I'm looking at.
Well, they might be functioning for a little while, but over time, that's not
right. Well, but they're leaving work and like running to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the potheads that can wake up and just get lit all day because they microdose. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they just get lit all day, every day, and they can do that shit. You can't do that shit with alcohol, man. It just doesn't work.
Right.
Doesn't work.
Denny's bringing up it's an interest. Yeah, here's my thing. Some can, some can't. I can drink milk, and it's somewhat good for me. Yet others can't drink milk. Me or Shani Poo, if you have stomach problems, or you lactose intolerant or something, you can't do it. So that's exactly right. Some people, Mo is energized when he does his thing. If I do it, I'm relaxing no matter what strain I'm getting. It's probably going to make me tired and I'm not going to do as well. But I know people like Mo who excel. Why should I stop them? Again, if it's not affecting me, I don't care. I don't care what anyone does.
How many jobs I've had, because again, I don't hide it. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm not a disrespectful prick. I don't roll up to work and just freaking have a joint hanging out of my mouth and shit like that. Like, I'm not ripping my pen on the floor. But, it's funny when most of my jobs, I always find out at some point, they'll be like, oh, is it true that da-da-da-da? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know. And I'm like, yeah, right, you know why you didn't know? Because I went to my interview lit. I went to my first day of work lit. And the only way you've known me is lit. And I seem like the most functioning employee you have. So what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? And I never lost a job because of that. Like, trust me, I lost my job because usually people are threatened by my knowledge and me want to take their job. They think that was my last experience. This 25-year-old chick thought I wanted her manager job at like Ace Hardware. I'm like, I'm just here so I can get out of the house. I was like, I work at home, I do graphics, I do motion design. I'm like, I just want to get out of the house. I took this job, like, give me a break. And it just turned into like this weird like drama related shit. Like, they just like drama there. So I was like, fuck you, I'm out.
They'll find something to try to get you. I don't want you to leave. Gio, thanks for coming by. Great stream, guys. Watched yesterday's vid and automatically subscribe. We always appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys can also hit the like button, we always appreciate that. Helps. Leave a comment on the video, on the actual video. That does help You
Yes.
should do that for all the creators that you like, because
Tell us where you're from. If you guys are in the comments watching on the VOD, tell us where you're from.
For sure, for
Do it
sure.
in chat too, but I think we know where most of you guys are from by now. But maybe
Yeah,
for
let us know.
the viewership later on.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
And the one thing I want to say
Uh,
about Denny's comment, because he is right. However, my point to you would be, as long as you're not out there trying to change the milk game for people like us, then I understand your take on it, right? But you're not out there. The people that, get paranoid when they burn and they're like, "Ooh, I can't handle it." They're usually not the ones out there being like, "This is bad. This is the devil's lettuce." Like those people are normally like, "Hey, it's just not for me."
Right.
Again, but you have the other people who have things to gain, whether it be financial gains or maybe something even, work related that can get them up the corporate ladder. I mean, I've seen people get thrown under the bus, and not even for weed, but, more for like coke and shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
With a guy like wanted another dude's job. So he was like, "Oh, I caught him doing coke in the parking lot," and the dude got fired and the other guy got his job. And I'm sitting there laughing my ass off going, "Oof." If I knew people had it out for me, I probably wouldn't be doing coke in the. I've only done coke once in my life. If we're being honest,
Right.
and it was the dumbest thing I've ever did. But my dad also told me when when I told him about smoking weed and cigarettes, he was like, "Listen, that's when I told you the successful pothead story." He's like, "I ever catch you with anything up your nose?" He's like, "You're a fucking dead man." And that resonated with me my entire life because I was around that shit every single day, man.
Right.
In cars, in clubs, hanging out, like very easily available. And it was just like my dad's voice going up. "You're a fucking dead man." I'm like, "All right, man. All right, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go smoke. I'm gonna go burn." So for me, it was like, yeah.
It's definitely dangerous. I know they used to have that show. It's a coroner. I think she's out of Orlando. Dr. G was her name. I don't know, but with just so you guys know, with cocaine, if you ever want to experiment, don't do it, because the one thing that she was saying was with cocaine, you could do it for 40 years and then do it again and die. Or the first time you take it, you can die. Like your heart could explode at any moment.
My dad told me.
To me, that is so scary. Like, and I've done some stupid things in my life, and so you just want to be careful. By the way, D, thanks for dropping by. Good to see you.
What's up, D?
Yeah. But like we're saying, it's stuff like, and I have Shelby Cobra and I have this argument because she's, all against, marijuana, everything, or if I try to make a comparison, like, well, I had like, you say you don't have much, right? She would think that you have a lot. Like if I have one puff on a night, she'll be like, "So you're smoking every day or smoking every other day?" And I'm like, "What's the difference between that and a glass of wine?" "Oh, I knew you'd say that. There's no comparison." It's hard for people who've heard their whole life that it's so bad for them to change their thinking about it.
There's benefits for wine too. I mean, they say if you drink a glass of wine a day, it actually thins your blood. It might lead to less, health issues down the road, cardiovascular, circulation. It's all
in red wines, but there's coffee too, the flavonoids and all that, which I think that's the antioxidants are all that stuff. But wish they never legalized it in Canada, decriminalize, leave the government out of it. I mean, that's actually that my uncle says they should decriminalize it, although we need so much tax money here in the US that I think it's a good thing. It's a great way to raise money. I mean, that's what they found out with alcohol, right? Like people are going to do it. So why not get the tax money? Because people are always going to drink, and people are,
Yeah, my favorite part is the Colorado story, right? So when Colorado fully went legal, and there was people lined up fucking miles down the block, man, waiting to buy, right, the dispensaries. Within the first hour of legal sales in Colorado, every single resident in the state was getting a full tax refund at the end of the year. Like it already cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all the schools were already paid for and funded, and all the musical programs were reinstated. And like, this is what I tried to tell people. Like, people really thought I was losing my effing mind back in the day. When I'm like, don't you guys understand that weed can save the world? I actually had a bet with a homie of mine, and we made this bet back in like 2002 or 2003, where I was like, yo, by 2020, weed will be legal in 48 out of the 48 states. And he was like, "Nah, there's no shot, blah, 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 blah." We argued this shit for probably like 6 months, and we finally handshaked on the deal. And I know we never got to 48 this close, and he actually paid me anyway, because he actually came to the realization that I was absolutely right. That if you look at weed, it not only saves the world by bringing people together, Like, if you hear about like the race riots and the race wars and all this weird shit, well, it's funny because if you go and you look at people sitting around, smoking a blunt together, like there's all different races sitting there, man. Like these people aren't fucking going at it, right? Like it brings people together, man. It's such a good thing. And then financially with the tax and stuff like that, it's so good, man. No 8 balls here, James.
No 8 balls. Hey, wait, Denny OC is trying to pawn off the cryptoids that I won to give to you, Mo, which you won't take. And he wants to give it to Shiny Poo's daughter, which I think that's a great way to do
That's
it.
fine. And yeah, absolutely. I don't join any giveaways that any creators do or any people do. I don't really need any more shit. I've been blessed enough. As a matter of fact, I won in Dee's chat because all I did was say I don't want to win, and she picked my damn message anyway, and she made me take it. So, thank you, by the way, D.
Absolutely.
It was a light parade too, so it was a win-win.
Absolutely. Let's see. All facts, Mo. Right. Whatever fits your mind today and soul best. Yeah. Trying to pay for all you all. Yes, absolutely. He just can't have that cryptoid because I couldn't have it.
That's right.
Right. But yeah, all this, it's all good stuff. We're not going to obviously change the world here, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you think of a state like Missouri, super conservative, and people are just like, guess what? You can be conservative and you can smoke pot. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
he's always R-rated.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to be better with the F-bombs. But, as far as, like, the weed stuff, once it worked its way into, like, sitcom television in, like, the early 2000s, again, you started to see that people were understanding that it was a con. It was a con by the pharmaceutical industries. It was a con by a lot of other, industries that were just in on it. Alcohol, tobacco, and people starting to realize, man, like, we've all just been getting screwed here, so...
Absolutely. Look, Crypto Doozy is so stoned he's seeing little He-Mans on my shoulder. That's right. They're not really there, and they're not even. I got to move around a little bit here. There we go. That's funny. Well,
but yeah, no, it's just good. It's all good. I just wish people would understand that, if you don't like something, then you don't like it. You don't have to go on a weird campaign to make sure everybody else hates it too. That's just like my least favorite part of society these days, because as someone who grew up in the 80s and 90s, that was not the case back then, man. Like, so many people would just walk away and just be like, dude, you're a freaking weirdo, and go somewhere else, right? Like, just find better use of my time. But I don't know. I always say that the biggest issue we have now is that everything's accelerated. What used to take us a week to find out, we find out now in 10 seconds. So we have, like, so much downtime, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just have nothing better to do than spread gossip, talk shit,
Right.
I don't know, man. I just think, for me personally, this is why I just spend 90% of my day with virtual horses, and I'm so much happier.
You're half right. And he is. You love it. It's what you do. You're excited about the race. How many do you have? Just Drop Zone today, or you have some other races going?
Oh, no. I usually average like 8 to 10 races a day.
My lord.
Yeah, my racing fees yesterday were like, the day before was like $180 for the day.
Did you break even, or?
I made like $480 for the day, so I made quite a bit. Yeah, I had a bunch of wins, but
not bad.
Yeah. Well, some of my horses, like my S minuses, cost me $35.40 to race, but I won like $160.
Wow.
So pretty good.
That's right. The more you pay, the better, you can win, right?
You and me both, James. You and me both.
Looking at my crypto specs. He's got some good mints. He's doing okay. Is there transfers and gift on cryptos? Not right now. Daniel Marquez is asking that. No, not right now. They are working on it again, just like Veve had all the issues with their transfers. They're worried about the possibilities of what happened. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming eventually, have they even talked about KYC? I mean, just the normal stuff that most of these companies do to allow you to do that. I think what would be interesting is if you could do it between family members at first, like test it out with that, because then you could track it. You could know that they were at the same address, that type of thing, and test it out that way, where you could transfer. But then, of course, that'll piss off people if they don't have other family members, or at least not in the same household. So I don't know how that will work.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Like I said, they just want to make sure that, and Will spoke about it. I mean, we're not telling tales out of school here. I mean, they want to make sure that they promote this as a gamification project. And as soon as they get in the door and they're licensed on the app stores and everything's good to go, then again, just no different than that Trojan horse picture, man. It's all the same games, just different game. But yeah, once they get that done, then they just implement, the transfers, the marketplace, and no one will be none the wiser, and we'll have everything we need. But I'm in no rush. Like I said, if you're here to make money and get out, I mean, probably shouldn't be here in the first place. There's probably other opportunities to make more money quicker. I don't know.
I say these days. I mean, back in the day, I could see people making, six figures if you were playing the game right. But there was some shady stuff going on too. So yeah, those days are not here. By the way, I want to talk about this because I heard some people talking about like where's everything going with the market. First of all, do you think this market are we going to get a bull run? This is the basic thing. Like, are we ever going to see a bull run? And my point is, I don't think we can for a long time because everyone's waiting for the bull run. And as soon as something starts, everyone's going to sell, which is just going to stop it. Stop it right there. Do you think it's even possible? Like with how many collectibles we have, as far as on Veve, is that even possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, we really are at such a small scale of users. It's wild. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if, this whole thing ever does go mainstream, and I truly, truly believe it will. I know Moonboy Mo, then yeah, I think there's going to be no choice. But right now, with the same people, with the same money, yes, they're invested at what they invested in, which is normally higher than what it's currently going for. So if we hit a bull run, who knows what percentage these people have to make back on their initial investment before they even think about selling. So if they're down 40%, this market has to rise 50% before they might even think about taking any profits there. So I'm more looking at markets probably double, tripling, in liquidity at that point in volume. So I don't know, man. It's definitely going to happen if this space continues to exist. And I do believe the space will continue to exist. Technology is moving entirely in this direction. So unless everybody is wrong, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah. I mean, were they wrong about the internet and smart TVs and all this crap? I mean, because I was, we talked about Bluetooth earlier, right? Like, I was a late adopter of Bluetooth. I never really, I was like, I just got headphones. I plug them in with a wire, and there I go. Like, what the hell do I need more shit to, scan and connections and whatever? So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to ask the question, can we have a bull run in 2024? Obviously, we can have anything. I guess, do you think we will? So I probably didn't ask it best. And let us know in the chat, too. I feel like there's just no way we can have a bull run, even if something gets started. As soon as it gets started, everyone's going to see it. You'd have to be fast, though. What do we got?
First of all, yes, it is my month. Oh, it's actually a good point. I'm not going to be around, guys, coming up here for the next couple of weeks, more and more. I think Saturday morning I have to hang on a front window for a few hours. Monday I have to stand next to a scarecrow on a front lawn for an 8-hour shift. So yeah, this is a busy month for me.
It does get rented out. You can rent it if you want.
Absolutely. Skin and Bones Party Planners. We also now provide skeletons. But James hit it he hit us right on the nose. I want to talk about this because that's very true. We talked about this on Fudders back in the day, right? Remove the scams, remove the dirty gems, remove the pandemic, people being bored, sitting home, government money, free money. I mean, would we have seen... here's the thing, though. We did see a little bit of a run, right, in the markets in general. But then, what was it? November 17th, 2021? That date?
That's
stuck in my head correctly. That's when Meta.
That's when Golden Moments came out too. That's the.
Was that November 17th? Yeah. Well, maybe it's a different day.
Around
whatever
time,
day it was when the Meta spike for the metaverse shit, when Facebook and Meta came out and announced their thing, you saw every single chart just fly. Maybe it was like November 27th or some shit like that. But yeah, whatever that was, man, that's when like the actual run was just going on fire. Like everyone was coming in. I was buying things at all-time highs, and I was getting freaking skunked and. Yeah, I was learning about, oh, of course. I mean, I got skunked at, lower levels. I did make some decent moves early on that, gave me profit, but Ugh, it
Yeah, I mean, you can
was.
get lucky. Certainly, overall, I'm doing okay. 62% say no bull run in 2024. It's just going to be interesting. I mean, Crypto Doozy saying, maybe in crypto, but maybe not in NFTs. Again, I just think as soon as we see it, everyone is waiting. Everyone is waiting to get rid of their NFTs as soon as that price, jumps up, and they may even still take half off, but they're like right now they're really, everything's down, right? We had the Todd down to 488. What is it, Darth Vader down under 400, 350, something like that. So I mean, people, as soon as those jump up to, let's say, 500, 600, I think people are going to dump them, which then again stops the bull run, right? Then everyone will flood the market with their stuff, and there goes any chance. So
Yeah.
yeah, good things ahead. So just collect what you like, buy stuff reasonably priced, get the low mints in case you have to sell it. Those will be easier to move. And I think, not financial advice, but that's the best play you can make. Some of the money going into Bitcoin first, then alts, right? A third step into NFTs one day would be
Yeah.
insane.
But there's one main variable here that's going to change that doesn't exist right now, and that's the gamification.
Right.
Gaming is the biggest entertainment platform in the world. It's bigger than movies. It has been for a long time now. So the second that you move gamification into the space, like Dr. Disrespect and these guys are trying to do, you actually could initiate the bull runs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins by gamification of NFTs actually initiating that run. So again, that's something that we couldn't have happen before, and we still can't have happen. But
Right.
in the near future, that very well could be the case. Because don't forget, while Alluvium is failing, and while all these other blockchain games are failing miserably, I mean, Doctor Disrespect's game is doing okay, but even those NFTs are down. Like, I think, because I sold mine, I paid $50 to get my access pass. I wound up flipping out of it at like 480, then I bought it back at 280, then I flipped out of it again at like 900 during the big spike, and now it's back down to like 300, I think, 310. So, I mean, again, like, they announce the updates, it gets the hype, same with the, the BB stuff, right? Like, you just gotta catch them at the right prices. But gamification will potentially be what starts all these runs that we're waiting for. And then, then what Gus just said with the regulation.
Yeah, that is what we need. That's what I think.
That's what's really going to put this thing on the map for some sort of regulation. Not altcoins, not shit coins. Those are going to come and go. But gamification will actually force regulation, I believe, because it's going to make it so massive that they have no choice.
Yeah. And we've said that. I mean, I definitely think this is all going to get regulated. That will get rid of the trash projects and keep only the good ones going. Because even like Veve and all these companies know the government's going to come after them at some point, so they're setting themselves up to be ready. At least that's what I think. But we'll see. I just know that, like, at this point, I've pretty much sold everything that I can make profit on. I don't like selling things at a loss. I'm not at a loss overall, but man, I certainly paid a lot of money for things, and they're down 75%. We're only talking maybe 3 months ago. So it sucks.
Yeah. And I haven't really looked through anything. I'm like, because again, I don't really care. It's not.
There's nothing you want. I mean, look at Vader. I just saw him up there. I mean, he's cheap. What's the train? What's the train at?
The train's got to be down around 50.
I mean, I bought the tower. That keeps going up and down.
Still at 60. Well, I mean, it's still available in the store.
Yeah, it's gonna hold. It's gonna hold at store price.
But I mean,
actually, that was 70, wasn't it? Or was that? Oh no,
it was 60.
60. Okay.
I just want them to pull this from the store, man. You pull this thing from the store and you leave less than 1,000 of these available.
Yes.
Moe's train tours in the Veveverse are gonna be lit. You
even get free NFT marijuana when you enter the train for the trip, right? Is that what you said?
NF trees. Get some NF trees.
Crypto Doozy isn't wrong. Getting Blizzard or Epic Games, get a big company to start doing NFTs.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, and the skins are going to just be NFTs. That's what I think is going to happen, and that's going to be.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's easy to convert the young generation. You give them 5 more years when they're 18 and older. In 5 years, there's no doubt that this stuff is, well, there could be doubt, but I'm pretty sure in the next 5 years, this stuff is going to blow up. just because the young people who have spent all their money on skins they can't do anything with, if you tell them all of a sudden you can move it around, you can sell it, you're not stuck with it, you can trade it, they will definitely go down that route.
Yeah, and I'm just saying with crypto, like what he said, you know, again, while companies like Illuvium and these other weird games like Grail or some Grit, some shit like that, there's so many of them. I always see like Crypto Stash will make these videos of like the top 10 Web3 blockchain gaming, and they go over these games, and I'm like, holy shit, man! I've played all these. It's not like I'm sitting here talking out of my ass. Like, I've played all of these games, and I'm like, first of all, none of these games deserve to be more than like a C rating, you know, maybe with a little bit of potential on a few of them. Maybe you put Doc's game, you know, towards the top of the list. And then, why is Photo Finish not on this damn list? Like, I'm not taking any freaking list seriously unless you put Photo Finish on it. Because if you're not, it proves you're not doing your damn homework. All right, so, because if all these guys talk about is, oh, it's going to have this coin, it's going to have this, you're going to make money on this, you're going to be able to sell this, and then, like, how come we're not talking about the fucking $14,000 horse that sold yesterday? How come we're not talking about the $1 million of sales that we've done like in the past 30 days? Like,
yeah, but is that based on number? Like, are they basing those off of users? Are those games, let's say, getting 30,000 users where Photo Finish is at 10? And I don't know the numbers at all of the users on Photo Finish Live. Is that based on the number of users, or is it, you know?
No, it's like based on that. It's based on the fact that they're sheep and they're usually being paid to promote these games at some point. True. And they're not, you know, people like Photo Finish, like Ian and them, they let the game speak for itself. They're not out there shilling their project, paying people to fucking promote their project. Like, They want people coming in that are like me, who are diehard horse enthusiasts, who are like, holy shit, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. I don't really care about anything else going on in this world right now. Like, give me more virtual horses. Give me more horses, give me more racing, give me more breeding. Let me make as much money as I possibly can. And in like 2 years from now, I can say, fuck it. Go buy my house up at Shroon Lake, out of, you know, away from everybody, away from the bullshit. You know, I can go back to sleep. I don't got to deal with this woke ass world, and I can just go back to sleep. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me peace and quiet. And that is all I'm after at this point. So,
well, money can buy you happiness up to a certain point. It's just like whatever after your security and health, any more than that, you don't need. But yes, you can buy your house or your van and get the heck out of here. But if you're doing well, you know, you may want to just continue. Yeah, no trading on Veve. Dan Marquez, I have some type of Bud Nug on OpenSea. I think it's a game. I mean, a lot of people have attempted to do games. This is why I like Photo Finish Live. I mean, the gaming aspect of it all, whether it's breeding or racing or staking, it's got it all. So that's why I like it, and I'm certainly not getting paid by them to say anything. So let me see.
No, you'll be getting paid out the ass if Joyride shoots out of Philly this month.
Yeah, I know, that's from your mouth to God's ears. I mean, that would be nice.
Get rich and get off the grid. Oh, I like that. I like that, Gus. Can I put that on a t-shirt or a mug?
Why not?
Get rich and get off the grid. Well, because my album title was Off the Grid, so that could be could go right in line. We'll talk royalties on that, Gus. Talk royalties.
That's funny.
But yeah, man. Yeah, hey, listen, like I said, half the time I'm just memeing here for you guys. Like, I don't really take myself seriously when I talk about most of this shit, but the main conviction that I do have is that I do believe that the space will be here. It's not going anywhere. I think a lot of companies are making a lot of mistakes, and I think companies like Microsoft and Sony are just sitting back laughing because they've already filed the patents. Sony's already testing it with their PlayStation Stars program. They're basically NFTs, but they're not really NFTs. They're basically training their user base to, you know, get these rewards and collectibles, you know? And I have a buddy of mine, and, you know, he's like a platinum trophy whore on PlayStation. So if a game comes out and he remotely enjoys it, he will not stop until he has every single accomplishment on that game and gets the platinum trophy.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
And even him, so I was like, yo, dude, because he's always like, oh, bro, I hate all this shit you talk about. He likes the horses. But outside of that, he's like, I am not a fan of this crap at all. But then I'm like, well, bro, what if you completed your platinum hunt and now you had a blockchain, you know, trophy that you're able now to be able to bring into your blockchain Sony world, your PlayStation world, and, you know, store it for people to see? Or maybe now because you have 10 platinum trophies, you have access to maybe buy something else for that world or whatever. And he was like, hey, you know what? That would actually be kind of dope.
Sounds
And so even
interesting,
someone
right?
like him, what I'm saying? Again, it's the Trojan horse. It's like just use what they already love and just sneak it in on them, and now you work it into their everyday life, and
Right.
it's so good, man.
Well,
So
again,
good.
like Superstar Money was saying, and Mr. B, it comes like marketing is the biggest part of it, right? Whichever way you go, whatever way you do it, it's all about the marketing, which of course they're not doing. I know Rev Alex was talking about them doing advertising. I just wish they would tell us where, because if they did, we could help them. Yeah, there you go, Mo. You
Thank
can
you, Gus.
trademark it.
I just wanted
There
to
you
bring it up on the screen so we have it as visual proof.
go. Visual proof there. We've got it. It is yours. It is
I'm gonna get
absolutely
a cease and desist order from Gus
yeah.
Hall. It'll be filed by Bruin.
Why can't we trade between KYC accounts? I mean, I guess you could still have a KYC scammers on KYC accounts, but I do think that would be a good test, like on Veve, to allow us to, have transfers back. Although I don't know how much transferring would happen at this point. I mean, maybe you would.
Yeah.
Maybe you paid a lot of money for something and you want something else, and you're like, I'm at a loss, but I can trade it for this. So maybe people would do that. I don't know.
Well, if I'm getting my ass kicked on a collectible and you're getting your ass kicked on a collectible, then what's the difference if we both trade out for something that we don't mind getting our asses kicked on, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Right. That was the point. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could at least get something you like better. What I want to know is, where's my Veve logo utility?
Oh, it's gonna
Why-
come. It's gonna come. I have a feeling it's gonna be when the Veveverse opens. There's gonna be some sort of like Veve store where basically you could just go to the Veve land or whatever and be like, oh, you can only get in here if you have a Veve logo in your wallet.
Right.
Think about how many good ideas I've given Veve. Think about this, guys. I know you guys don't come here for the drops, but think about how many good ideas. That's a brilliant. We implement a gatekeeping mechanic
Right.
to the Veveverse where it's like you can't cross this line unless you have this in your wallet. Because that's what I keep telling my girl is going to happen at Disney. I was like, you're going to beg me one day, babe, when you're there, and you're like, oh my god, I'm on the Back to the Future ride. Can I borrow your DeLorean? They won't let me on this part of the ride if I don't have it. I'm waiting for that day. I am waiting because I'm going to screenshot that shit. I've yet to be right. In 12 years of our relationship, I've yet to be right. So I'm waiting for that day.
You're waiting for that day. I mean, or what if they? I mean, this wouldn't be that exciting. Say, like, what if you had the partner statue when you go to the park and you pull yours out and you put it in front of theirs? Something happens. Some animation happens. Now, that to me, that would
100%.
that doesn't mean much to me, but that would add kind of a cool dynamic if you could do that.
How does that not add? Think about what that adds. Think about like a geocache, location, right? So
Right.
if you put your Walt statue down in front of your house, yeah, great, it's a picture with the Walt. But think about how you could now entice people to go to certain locations. Remember how Pokestops, like people loved Pokestops and they hated them because it drove business like that they never had before, and they were like, wow, I would have been out of business if it wasn't for Pokestop being right outside my small business or whatever, right? Because they were now generating all this traffic.
Yes,
so think about the traffic that it could actually generate and get people leaving their effing house if they're like, hey, show up in front of the real statue and it's got, like you said, like some crazy animation that didn't exist before. I love it. It's brilliant, dude. Veve, just hire us, man. Skin and Bones agency for ideas.
Wait, pull up your little song. Pull up your little call line. You could do a whole thing on that.
Oh, you want the
yeah, you can do the here you go, guys. This is what we all were waiting
for. Thank you for calling the Skin and Bones hotline. For free business ideas, press 1. For drop price predictions, press 2. For birthday parties and bar mitzvahs, press 3. For all other inquiries, please stay on the line, and the First Stone representative will be with you. Here at Skin and Bones, we value your patronage. Feel free to join the Skin and Bones Discord today. Stay up to date with all your Skin and Bones news. Now available Skin and Bones NFTs on OpenSea. Also available Skin and Bones Syndicate opportunities.
Was that AI music or was that your music? I forgot.
It's like built-in music to StreamYard. I keep saying I need to find
your own thing?
Yeah, find some better music for that. But I like that one in particular. It's pretty
No,
good.
actually, that's really good. And past reference, it goes into that whole comedy thing, whatever. You get it's locked in. That song is locked in. But yeah, I think they need to do something, and I don't know what's going to turn the market around because they can't sell Dracula, and sell Iron Man #1. I mean, all these things they sell out, they're not doing well. Again, we don't even need necessarily everything to be worth more money, but it is frustrating if you can get the item for less in the aftermarket. I think that's the biggest issue we all have.
Yeah, but you can't do anything about that. What are you gonna do? You gotta tell people like, okay, guys, so you're gonna buy it for $60, and we're gonna basically make the minimum floor price. It can only be $60 for the next 90 days. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But what you can do is you can say instead of having 10,000 or 6,000 Draculas, they could have done 2,500 or 3,000. They would have sold out, and it would have caused the price to stay up. So giving the amount of collectibles that we need. Unless they want to say, look, our goal is to have a store that always has stuff in it. Why are the dogs here? Get out of here. Go.
Who let the dogs in?
I know. Oh my God. They're going to shit down here too. Go. This isn't a bathroom. Let's see here. Thanks for the stream, BE and Mo. I'm still
shit down here too. You're not implying that Shelby Cobra goes down there and shits in the basement.
No. But the dogs do.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Daniel.
Oh, you meant the other dogs. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
Daniel, thank you for dropping by, man. Feel better. I know you haven't been feeling too good.
Feel better, DM.
Feel better, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys. Glad you enjoyed my bit.
Yeah, Crypto Doozy say the problem with the NFT company has to stay afloat by watering down their product. If they keep scarce, they don't make enough. Well, and yeah, that's basically it, right? But they still can make money if, for instance, if it's worth more in the aftermarket, they get their 8.5% or they get their 6.5% or whatever they get out of that.
I mean, again, born contrarian here, Mo knows. We've actually had a similar situation on Photo Finish. Surprise, surprise. We're going to flip it to PFL talk. Hello, doggy.
What are you doing? Quit smelling me. There you go. All right, PFL, let's go.
Yeah, so we've seen on the market with the stud fees, for instance, right? So you have people who basically ran to the market, even people like me, who just threw horses to breed at floor price, like $50, right? And then you have other people who were like, no. They made theirs, $500 to breed. So, holy crap.
They don't like it when I touch the other one. They both own
that
me.
Felt like I was being attacked personally. That was so loud.
Yeah, they get really kind of crazy. Okay, get off, dogs. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go shit somewhere else. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeesh. But what we found was, the people charging $500 were obviously getting less, studs, right? Less breeds, but they were actually making more money.
Right.
So it's like, you want to get the 10 breeds at $50, but now you've watered down the line, and now your bloodline's going to be everywhere, and you're going to be dealing with that, 3-4 months down the line. Or do you charge $500, make it scarcer, and like I said, what's funny enough that the people charging more money are making more money on the monthly basis because, they're actually telling people like, hey, my shit's just better. The same way Veve comes out and says, hey, you know what? We're charging you $20 for this comic because you don't know it's a better comic, but we have to tell you it's a better comic.
Right, exactly, right. And we tell you that by charging you more.
Exactly.
By the way, the interesting thing about the dogs, they'll growl at each other, and then afterwards they'll turn around and smell each other's butts and other private parts. So I don't get their relationship. Yes, your weakness is dogs. They actually
true. I am a cat lover.
Yeah. No cats here. I'm done with cats.
I am a cat person. Although I do love dogs. If I was going to get a dog, but here's the thing. I say this, but it's not the truth because I feel like I would always have to adopt. Like I'm just like, man, I know I don't want to be paying people, let people profit when I know there's dogs out there that actually need a home. Like to me, that just
That's
tears
what
me
I
up.
did.
That just
That's what
tears
I
me
did.
up. Like I can't bring myself to do that. However, the plan I think in my life is to adopt a dog with my girl because she doesn't she wants to get a mutt. I personally have to have a Siberian what are they called? No, they're called a it's the
A husky?
Alaskan. It's yeah, but it's the Pomsky Husky combo. The small
Okay.
gray little wolves. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude, those
That would be cool.
are the
That would be
coolest dogs on the planet, man. They're called Pomskys. Um, dude, look at this, man.
yeah, they're cool. I had a
How
yeah.
how can I gotta have this. Like, look at this. It's like little baby wolves, man. Look at the blue eyes and shit. Like
Oh no,
this.
they're cool. The blue eyes they're definitely
Oh
awesome.
my god, man. Like, but first of all, they're expensive.
Of
Um,
course.
Oh, and I spelt it Pomsky, like the palm of your hand. It's palm, like Pomeranian. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
Hey, it still worked. Obviously, other people do the same way.
Yeah, Google realizes. Holy shit. But yeah, so that's the plan. Is to basically like adopt, a dog that she wants to get, and then if we could afford it at some point, I would actually have to
You'd
buy a
actually buy
Pomsky.
that there
Yeah.
because that is a cool. There is a dog that was in China. Uh, it looks like a lion. I'm trying to look it up. I don't know if I'll find it. These things were selling for like $3.5 million. Right. The problem is that
That's funny.
you can breed them, right? So then they were overbred, and these things are huge. They've got the huge mane, and they're really cool looking dog. I mean, these things are huge. I wish I remember what they were called. Looking Lion King Chinese dog. Maybe it will come up.
Yeah, we'll
But
let
yeah,
BE work through his thoughts.
yeah. Oh,
Why
here
don't
it
photo
is.
finish live creators make another game catered to the general public? Horse race is niche. Not wrong, but horse racing is only niche on a internet content creation perspective. When it comes to actual monetary, it's actually up there with the biggest sports in the world. So, when it comes to that, there is a market. But I mean, from where you guys are sitting, you're not wrong. Because yeah, trying to make horse racing content is very, very hard. So, matter of fact, what is today? Is today Friday?
Today's Friday.
Ooh, I know what I'm doing today, man. I forgot. I got my buddy streaming his real horse racing handicapping. I might play some real horses today.
Oh, really?
I haven't played the real ponies in a long time, but what I'm starting to notice is I have too much downtime right now, and I wanted to go back to work, like driving around.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
But then I just find that I have so many people hitting me up, and I got to take care of like odds and ends type stuff where I need to kind of be around, So even with the laptop, I just don't want to be out on the road, so I can kind of afford to sit home.
With all this stuff. By the way, I pulled. If you want to share my screen real quick, these are called Tibetan Mastiffs. These things are freaking awesome. I don't know if that'll work. There we go. These things are massive. So yeah. So basically, what happened is they everyone wanted them. They were selling for millions of dollars.
Oh, wait a second. There's another type of breed of these. Here.
It might be. Look, that's
yes. My aunt had 3 of these, dude. One was called Bear. Yo, these things are massive.
Yeah, they're freaking insane.
Yes. Holy shit.
I mean, they're fucking awesome though. A Mastiff is already a freaking huge dog, but the way they've groomed them and everything, they're really cool. But unfortunately, they were overbred, right? And so now there's a bunch of places that just are trying to, take care of them.
That's probably what was happening in the 90s when my aunt got hers. I think she had 2 or 3 of them. But dude, yeah, one was called Bear. I forgot what the other name was. But they would I would walk in my grandfather's apartment and they would just lunge on me, dude, and absolutely bury me on the couch or bury me on the floor, wherever the hell I was. Oh, dude, beautiful dogs though, man. Like loving dogs. I have an issue with pit bulls and things like that. I mean, I understand that any dog can snap, any animal can snap, but
right,
I would have a hard time trusting pit bulls and things like that around my kids.
Well, that's the thing with kids. If you have kids, those are just not dogs that you should have. Here, I'll close this down because we don't need that. But yeah, so that's a cool dog. I wouldn't be able to have. The problem is if you want to travel and you have a dog, it is so expensive to board them.
Right, unless you
That's
have, like an inner circle of like family members or whatever.
yeah,
Like, you go away, I go by your house, take care of your shit. When I go away,
exactly.
you gotta have
No,
that, man, or else you're gonna be, you gotta pay out the ass for animal hotels and whatever.
oh my lord! My parents were watching the dog during the honeymoon, one of the dogs, and they planned a trip. So she's like, "Ah, we'll just put her in the kennel for those times," and they paid for it. I went to go get it, $70 a night. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Couldn't you just find a corner for $15?" I mean, I guess
Yeah,
there's some minimum, but it's nuts.
yeah. Listen, and Denny and Gmo, you guys are right. If you guys know the roots of that dog and where it came from, absolutely, I would agree with that. However, I'm just saying, me personally, from what I've seen with my own eyes in my lifetime, the only animals I ever hear about tearing kids apart are like pit bulls and these types of dogs. So, me personally, I wouldn't trust it. But I do know that, yes, they could be the most lovable dogs as well. I have seen that. I just wouldn't risk it personally
And a
with
lot of
my
the bad
children.
ones were abused or weren't fed, so they,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
their aggressive trait comes
But
out.
I can't sit
Yes,
down and talk to a dog and have a conversation with it. Be like, hey, dog, how's your day going? How you feeling? What I'm saying? And kind of get a read on the dog. You just don't know. You
right.
know what I mean?
This is
So,
true.
again, which is why I would never really trust my child, around like a pit bull like that. Or probably a lot of bigger dogs, to be honest. I mean, German Shepherds. I remember my boy had a German Shepherd, Nala. Beautiful dog, but like they would get aggressive sometimes, man. Like,
Yeah, but here's the thing with those: if you have them when they're a puppy with your kids, they will fucking protect your kids to the death. Like they will literally.
well,
I knew
that's
that,
what was
but
happening.
you have to introduce them at a young age, together at a young age, and they will protect the, like if anyone comes up to them, they'll growl. They will protect it like it's their own child. So
Yeah,
that can work. That can work in that situation.
yeah. I mean, like I said, from a personal standpoint, I was a smaller guy when I growing up anyway. Um, yeah, like big dogs were always just like a no for me. I was like, man, again, golden retrievers, big ass German shepherds. Again, I think I've probably run around some pit bulls when I was younger. I don't think I was ever like afraid of them, like they were gonna attack me or anything like that. Um, but again, I was more just talking about like I wouldn't leave the room, and
Yes.
leave my child around, like especially a bulldog, a pit bull rather I didn't know, or any big dog I didn't know. That's probably just more of a parenting thing, right? I don't have kids, so you probably just
Yeah.
wouldn't leave your kid
I was
unattended
gonna say
doing
I wouldn't leave
anything.
my
So
kid unattended,
yeah, maybe
right?
that's just be a good parent. Maybe is what we're trying to get at here.
Right. That's what it is.
We are quickly learning that Mo does not have children, but I'm trying to have a parental mindset, I guess. But
I mean, the only nice thing about a cat is it will go shit in a box, and you can even have it do it automatically and clean itself. That's kind of cool. They do have that for dogs, but my dogs are too stupid to figure out how to use that. So, yeah, pit bulls are a risk. I hate when people say it's how you raise it. Yes, it helps, but a pit bull will do pit bull things. Well, it's like every dog has their instincts, right? They do what they do. I think pit bulls have gotten a bad rap sometimes, but yes, they're definitely a more aggressive dog. Just like every dog has different temperaments, right? So
right.
that's just one that's more aggressive, and I'd be very careful. So
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I feel like, well, yeah, but maybe it's just basic parenting skills of like don't leave your child unattended around any animals, I guess, right? But
right,
it's funny because you'd be like, who's smarter, right? Like a cat or a dog, right? And I know that dogs are very smart, right? We've all probably heard the story about the dog with the owner who, used to come back from the train and then he never came home and the dog would go there and wait at the train because he knew what time it was and shit, right? So obviously
yeah.
animals are smart, right? We know that. But then I always look at the cat video when I always want to say who's smart. I wish I could find it right now. Where the cat and the dog, right? It's in the kitchen. And the cat, like, threw the dog's toy into the cage or whatever. And then as soon as the dog went in to get it, the cat locked him in. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Like, oh, dude. To me, that just tells me, like, cats are so much smarter. Like, they can plan that shit out. They are, like, the ultimate plan, Oh, it's so
They're
good.
just
That video,
conniving
man.
little shits. That's the problem. But like my two dogs, they'll chase each other around, around a corner and run after each other, and just it's funny what they do.
All
I
right.
don't know. I say dogs are smarter, but that's because I'm a dog fan. But
Listen, but you can't watch that video and say, okay, in that one instance, that cat was playing chess and that dog was playing checkers. You know what I'm saying? Like the dog was
right,
like,
no, definitely
oh,
the
I just
dog
want my
was-
toy. But the cat was sitting there master planning it, being like, hey, okay, I know as soon as I tap this toy, the dog, he's going to go running after it. And I'm going to do it right into his cage. You know what I'm saying? Like the dog was like, oh, whoop, there goes my toy. You know, oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good, man.
Funny.
Yep, Daddy, my cats own my dogs, you know. I listen, guys, I know we can go back and forth on the whole. I didn't mean really want to bring it up like that, but I think we could all say that, listen, animals at some point could revert back to animal instincts, and we're probably just better off not even taking that risk when it comes to, like, children. I mean, God, remember that boy? I just saw it recently, too. It was like where he stepped in, where his sister was getting mauled or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
he
remember the
stepped
story,
in,
yeah.
and his face got absolutely shredded, man. And he's sitting there, can't even see out of one eye, still all jammed up, looking like a Chucky doll. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, holy crap. But, you know, stuff like that, unfortunately, you know, could potentially always pose a risk. And I typically err on the side of caution, you know, and maybe...
No, that's fine. And, you know, we hear what we hear, things change, or we learn more stuff about these animals. But yeah, I think being careful is important. What was it? Gus was saying cats will literally eat you if you die. They're
That's
not
true.
Truly, but I believe the smaller one, Roomba, I believe she would eat me too if I died. If I was the only food, she would definitely eat me. Just because dogs and animals in general are disgusting. The shit that they eat, they don't even care. You know.
I mean, some people, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Will you put your kids in a car and drive down the highway? I guess there's some other conversation going on between everyone.
No, I see the comparison. I get we talk about putting your kids at risk, I guess, and I see the comparison there. But again, you could also do things. You know, you can assess risk and approach it a certain way. Like you, obviously, yes, I would put a kid in a car and drive down the highway, but I'd put him in a car seat. I'd put him in the proper location. You're right.
Exactly.
Wouldn't put him in the front. I mean, and that's like I mean, shit. How long ago was this, man? I might have even broken a law. I don't even know. But I remember, like, I was watching my little brother, and, like, I was like, bing, bang, boom. I think I was watching at my mother's house. I had to bring him over to, like, my aunt's house or something. I wasn't even thinking, man. I was like, yep, just hop in the front seat, little bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he really shouldn't have been in the front seat, man.
How old? It's not just age. It's mostly size. They got to be 4'9" and 80 pounds to be in the front seat.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think he was that at the time, man.
Because otherwise, the airbag, where it's going to hit him, on the forces, like I just started letting myself sit in the front seat because you do have to be careful, but it's mostly based off of height and weight, that type of thing. So
I don't know if it's way more risk, G-Money. I mean, I grew up playing Gran Turismo. I've saved my life 3 or 4 times now. I've saved multiple lives when me and my cousin and his friends were in the car, and we flew off the fucking side of a road because of my driving skills. I feel like I trust myself driving. I trust myself on the road. So yes, I'd probably trust myself with a kid in the car more than leaving him in an empty room with a pit bull. Yes. That's just me. That's just my personal take. But again, I'm not saying either one's right or wrong, but
the safest thing is to put your kid in a room with the Sony Aibo robot dog from 25 years ago. That is your safest bet. Hey, Cass, good to see you.
What's up, Cass? We're not talking about. I don't know what that we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about. I gotta get that video game so I can start doing. I did a little video yesterday for the Happy Tree Friends new video game. So yeah, I want to try it out. Maybe film some of it. I don't know how to make that entertaining, but maybe I can. Let's see.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Where's Tiger King? I don't know. Somebody just got arrested from Tiger King. One of the guys in the show was arrested for trafficking exotic animals or something like that. I don't know. Shit always happens.
Sheesh. If you could import any exotic animal, what would it be?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or chat too.
That's an interesting. A gorilla. The problem is where you're going to put all these things that you could actually get.
Gorilla would whoop your ass. I'm talking about something.
Absolutely, a freaking.
Actually, I guess any animals that we're talking about would probably.
Yeah, most animals are way stronger than humans.
Oh, I've been there,
Um,
G Money, as someone who lived through a head-on accident, sitting at the front of a red light, sitting so yes, absolutely. But even then, I almost got out of it, and I just saved my life because I dove to the back seat. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that correlation and that comparison is a little off because we're talking about again leaving children unattended around dogs and not necessarily just driving around with kids.
right.
But yes, I mean, I would think personally a gorilla would be a good idea, but I know for me being a cat person, it would be a panther.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Like if I could roam around with a freaking panther, dude, that would just be sick.
Or if they made like a miniature version of the
A
animals you
mini
want,
panther, yeah, like a miniature
mini
panther.
panther. That would be cool. What about like an emu or something like that? What's that other bird that's like
Emus are nasty, bro.
yeah, there's some fucking dangerous. There's
Oh, those are the ones
another
that fucking
bird.
headbutt you? No, those are the that's an ostrich.
These things will spit at you, but they'll kick your ass if you, and they will kill you. It's like one of the most dangerous birds out there, and they're not ones you want to mess with. Yeah, Mo does have some crazy ass life experiences.
And I had people that correlate all of them. Like, especially when you guys saw with Doc on the show that day, when he was just like, I tell stories about the amusement park and roller coaster that I know like 9 out of 10 people that probably heard that were probably like, okay, guy, okay. And I have tons of pictures here I could actually like, upload and scan, I'm sure, but without docs and shit. But yeah, man, like, oh, I definitely got some shit.
Yeah, you do. I've got way more stories than I have.
So I don't do anything now. I've lived such a fulfilling life.
You already lived it. You lived the Sammy Davis Jr. life. You already got it all out of the way. And now you can just get your property and move away and not have to deal with people.
Well, hey, man, I'm just one cool cat, man.
That's right. So here's the question. I have to go take a big piss. Should we end this or do you want to keep going?
Yeah. I'm going to get going here on Kick, I guess, a little bit. I got races at 220, 310, 412, 418.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'll probably go live. Girl gets out of work at 2:30. Usually say hello to her. Probably about 2:45, I'd say I'll be live.
Perfect. Anything else on your plan, or is that it?
That's about it. But, oh, man, this ain't good, guys. Uh-oh.
What? What's not good? Is it going to rain? Is it raining?
Well, what we're starting to notice here is that some of these horses, or some of these races rather, I think they're ducking us now. I think they might be ducking drop zone. We got to get another entry in this freaking race, man. Holy shit.
How do they even know? How would they know?
Again, when I talk on stream sometimes, I'm always like, yep, run them at 11 furlong, so I probably should not be talking about my future horse plans in public, but yeah. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. I also wanted to ask you real quick before you pee.
Yeah.
Whatever has been happening, I don't know if Shelby started doing work or whatever in the past half hour or so. Your connection went to trash about a half hour ago. I wanted to bring that up.
Oh, so it's been bad.
Just to get an idea of if anything changed in the household in that time frame, that we would have a better idea.
She took the day off, but she's probably on the TV upstairs. So that would definitely. I just disconnected the tablet. Is it still trash or is it on and off trash?
Oh, yeah, you're smart. Oh, dude. Yes, if you guys have smart TVs or Rokus or any shit like that, we probably have to go on and prioritize your PC for all network flow. Yeah, because it's probably most routers will prioritize Rokus and entertainment devices nowadays. So
yeah, because I'm gonna get the AT&T back up and running, but that's been the problem. We've been running all that off of AT&T and we lost it. So
we've been great up until a half hour ago. So
yeah, I guarantee because she came down, the dogs came down, which is when the dogs came down. She probably turned the TV on.
Yeah.
So oh man, I don't get it. My bandwidth is really good. So all right, well, we'll get that fixed. Yeah, I guess we should probably just kind of close things down anyways.
We'll wrap it here.
All right, so
and happy Canadian Thanksgiving to anybody who celebrates.
Oh, that's today. That's right. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, and thanks,
gobble,
everyone. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming by. We always appreciate you hanging out, especially you who can handle us the whole time. That's crazy, but good to see everyone. Hopefully you were entertained. We'll have more coming. I don't think there's any streams this weekend, so I may just take a break. I'm I may hop on and see what's
Or
going
you
on.
should actually try to do a championship show with me for once, but that's
If I
that's a
can't,
conversation for another day.
we got a wedding on Saturday,
You
but
son
I
of a
think we
bitch.
can start. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. So, anyways, everyone, thank you for dropping by. It's always fun. Mo, always fun to do this with you. Thank you, and I'm gonna let you take us out. We'll go from there.
Yeah, appreciate everybody coming down and hang out today. Thank you for the donos. I know we had some donos come in, so we do appreciate that. Obviously never requirement, but always appreciated. I hope you guys have a good day. I'm sure there's some streams going on tonight. D, let us know while I wrap this up if you guys are doing your Friday night show.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll have Superstar around as well, so make sure you guys get over there. Show some love to the other content creators out there in the community, the ones that are actually providing good, uplifting content to keep us all together here. Not salty people like us. But no, we appreciate you guys. Tune in next time for another drop, more horse racing, more dog discussion, and more parenting advice. So that's what we will do. We'll see you guys at Aloha Friday tonight. Excellent. I will be there. If you guys will have me come up for a little bit, I will do my best not to drop any F-bombs, although I think I've been pretty good on your show so far.
I think they're okay with it too. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'll try to listen and see. I think we're going back out for another birthday dinner, although she's still feeling sick. So, but yeah, there you go.
And there we go. And Crypto Doozy taking a trip to one of my family outings at Pure Terrace Green Park. Say hello to the skeletons, and we will catch you guys on the next time. Take it easy, be kind, rewind. Peace.
Peace.